Ale fonsaje de. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Muna dabo sanka baluo. Ale fonsaje. Mbe useni dabo julalema. Ale fonsaje. Julo kaman la maje. Ale fonsaje. Ni aja man la maje. Ale fonsaje. Suluo simbene da. Ale fonsaje. Useni masata. Ale alale amansa andi ale ponsa mbaro da bodima ale ponsa mbaro da bodima ale ponsa enu mukunda da bodima ale ponsa alale bate jola ale ponsa masole bate jola ale ponsa aye gambia bondi bata kono ale ponsa maje modu bele se wota ala be nyinkera ale ponsa manso be nyinkera ale ponsa usen bodanyani dobo ale dobo ga usen ale ponsa anata kombo tumami ale ponsa londo nata kulli ale ponsa okaelo adabo ale ponsa ayado kuoge gambia Kaya Mandela ale ponsa mayinduru kema ale ponsa ala fosalida bokema ale ponsa adale bate joda ale ponsa jilasi sedima ale ponsa kanja mane dimma ale ponsa sali suare dimma dem ale ponsa jari jalo dimma ale ponsa jari si se di male ale ponsa munani tata malitu ale ponsa munante ni kumbole mude ale ponsa juguna ale fonsaje de ale fonsaje ale fonsaje ale fonsaje muna dabo sanka baluo ale
Yo, assalamu alaikum, badi ngolumbal, bismillah, YouTube online pantabala platform sabolto be Aramis along the 31st of July 2025, the last date of the month of July. Tomorrow, inshallah, we welcome the 1st of August, tomorrow Friday. Today is the last day. Then we'll say bye-bye to July for 2025. Mal bismillah, all the street networks joined. And then Melmina join and Yato the Monday Bal Betan Tulabat and Baljaila Kafaleko Alna Kachala Potenke Judipal Panzaba after the party leader interview Labika on Kerfatu, obviously. I think that's concluded now. So that took was a long, lengthy interview, but interesting. So Kal Kondong platform on the Denta platform women Kafaleko, welcome on board. Bal welcome all these networks Carlton the back Carl J. The program with that in Bismillah Rahman Rahim la Alawanga Funta kun alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Mina kajal men sola jam almasik kajati to dega na fasu to J. Let me just put my phone properly for those of you on TikTok. So I told them the TikTok mbal Daniel like alle platform on alle view live views you share alle tab alle screen on you share F1 share the live broadcast with us for the good for pro video you see come. So background on you alle the Seattle convention, which is like in a day. Summer standing Seattle will be having the second district convention in Seattle. All of the time, I think everybody knows. The party leader is in the United States with his delegation, John Follow Jabi, Honorable Alaji S. Dabo, and Honorable Anning Chairman Landin B. Sane, Lord Mayor Talib Ben Suda, or Bebe America attending this important event. They're already in Seattle. So this program will start tomorrow. They will have a welcome dinner for the delegates, Samularo. Then the convention itself will be on Saturday. So everything kicks off tomorrow. So all eyes on Seattle this weekend. So mbal konton na alman du nañu programme ko no bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Afunda ko alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Mena kacha mena jang dol be sena fasu je. Gambia banko sena fasu je. Alama nuza tala fana intentu ntankandi bake ay na banko fana Cairo so je ko ben kam fere Cairo ati manyo so to fombe kunta Cairo le kono development na Cairo kono ngadua sabonte frol fala no ne moni ka furkele ngadua sasa tolie ngadua problemo be molla Carola alama ale problemo nim tala aya sonendi problemo sifa siatale alama ale mbeke sabarlalti andi ba alma man sa tala fana so tara mbokay manglena ni bu baax ba si UDP online banta ba tay alhamis fanweeri fan ak benn si weeri July last day of the month of July elek inshallah dinañ welcome August so suma waxee loolu nag ñu xam ne affaire bi jegeñ na the much talk about second diaspora convention Seattle gannaaw elek inshallah waaye elek dinañ am welcome dinner for the delegates suñu kilifa bi Alaaji Ousseynou Daabo bu yàggut ngeen dégg interview am kër Fatou moom right now mu ngi United States ak delegation bu takku comprising Mayor Talib Bensouda, Chairman Landing Bisane LRR, Senior Administrative Secretary Alhaji Dabo, John Follow Jabi, Secretary to UDP Women's Wing, Nyumfa in Seattle right now. So to attend this very important convention. Habnani delegates have started arriving in Seattle. And I think it is going to be an event of its kind. Hebnan Orna Mane Moirau Barcelona, because UDP will always aim higher. What happened in Barcelona, this one will surpass that one. I think Hal has been raised in a Mange Gerem Lolo, comparatively the Lunko Wahe, Sujege America, dina delu Gambia, while Sujege Gambia, dina Commerce European tour, Commerce France. He'll be heading to France, and from France, he'll be going to Italy. Italy's fundraiser is on the 30th of September. Then from there, he'll be heading to Stockholm, Sweden. Then from there, he'll go to Vienna, Austria. Then to Italy, and last stop will be United Kingdom, Birmingham. And then from here, inshallah, he'll be heading home. So this is just to give a rundown of diaspora's fundraising events, all geared towards preparing UDP for the much anticipated crucial 2026 presidential election that's been talked about every day. The Gambians are yearning for change. Gambian will then change because Ngurfaneka Munun Tenyune Dun Bai. Ñu bari am tas seen yaakaari tas nañ dëkk bi gën a jaxasoo. Gambians are more divided today than in 2016, which was not what we fought for. We fought for unity. We fought for progress. What the purpose of the change was to bring better development. We wanted to actualize the NDP National Development Plan that the coalition government brought in to try to transform Gambia into a middle-income economy, but that has all dashed away because of the poor governance of Adama Barrow administration and the politicalization of issues. They are not focused on development. All the development that they are doing was all premised on politics, because when elections are coming here, they will try to put infrastructure development because then you can Gambians. So mangenya aji duty tamit comme luma ko rewa fi rek yalla suuf di continuer c'est sen kaw because bakken bu mus dunda rek dina bakken bu dunda rek dina mus de yalla mu yé. So before I start the program, today is Ajaratu Janaba Amas birthday. Mfawla Ajarato. Say ngalong abisilo kanne Salimas me kontona Ajaratu Salimas. Ngala futata le say afutata Seattle. Mba kontona alama wulun jama celebrate alama ila next birthday. And in the one coming after and the subsequent one, wayatara hamomending us the Gambia, UDP la barema balemati fanang. Aka kata patio ene barmu boka amoy akafo. Ala kata ku patio is ningo mbafula jam fang nse programme be kata. Ndol UK chapter nga remember Romana predecessor mo chiati atelena ta janga kana special guest. I donation bale the UK chapter. Baki fande. And womu just kundi neta dalta min kala. So ajarato jena ba mas me wish la happy birthday from European Line Bantaba crew and the entire on behalf of UDP members. It'll birthday for it's just 2 days ending convention overseas. So nalong Seattle the cake nyanta kuntule jelede. Party leader nyanta cake kuntule ne birthday celebrate twice at the convention. I think that should happen. And I hope the folks in Chairman said this is an even lamoikang. This is a call from Yuri Online Bantaba. Ale keko kunduna ajaratoe Seattle J. Ale nalmo kal nim Bantaba te diala de. Salimas. Buro ete na message o mail. Message o sindi Chairman said this is la ye birthday celebration okay pro na ajarato. Special birthday cake. Party leader itradi ye ajarato janaba mas la birthday celebrate. Bawol ni birthday atra be silo kan ne kata. So Seattle ngolu Nancy Sao Fat Saho, the deputy chair of Seattle chapter, Budungo Tual Bulu. So, Nimun sister Kendoleti, so I'm going to spend a bit of time to wish her happy birthday. Namoken the Bale for the Mati. Mome Alongo Bunyan Horomo Droneban Natemo. So, Bilala Ululungoti, Babisla, happy birthday, Ajaratu General Mass. Okay, Nimboto to Mbadimol Melbourne Gibek on Facebook. Thank you. TikTok right now over 70 people have logged on to watch this show, and I think 70 people also on TikTok and Facebook. TikTok is gaining a lot of momentum right now. I think some of people have migrated, but demo drama be content about momo be content la miss our content saho borom YouTube Gambia. Intede nyi musu ndi mala ka credit ko bonde da every day Gambia credit ko be share li bo si always log on Wi-Fi be connect in the wrong. Fax babola fax ye Wi-Fi connection ko do nyin talaka men ki mbe fax call la ni wigero babola ko ala wonjo aya kuntu do man nimba. Okay, mbe chairman Bob Toure fonon gonda na be Angleterre right now. Finland chairman, welcome to the UK. At the end of this evening, and Natalie, he arrived in the UK today. So he's already in the country. I got particularly the birthday song like General Martin already. Mashallah. That's good. I just to Salimas. One more diata back. Okay. Science now don't cut our body. You do see what time be because it's already late in the UK. It's 21:27 p.m. in the UK. Obviously 8:27 p.m. in the Gambia, and 10:27 p.m. in most parts of Europe. So we'll have a conversation. Angele kamoning suraka kamoning manika kamon gabele jahas bahas bantaba. You know, so that sometimes you cannot completely dole message da konka angele kon sian di bakele ko yalam tol tubabu karan ni wolo nakala bante asiat. So nimbe babanga angele ka wonde. So you guys have to understand we just have to understand that bari mina men kachala jang. First of all, nte Gambia ko I'm scared, I'm worried. I know we try to sugarcoat things Gambia, bari Gambia ko silanya warata bakele. Nte nka jahale bake Gambia la koto. Bankunding bari banko me alonko siko dunda mol somda mo kono le anu nka mo dole le ka foko siko mantra Gambia we are one family. Maybe they are right because momo ila miranye ko. But in I'm a realistic guy and I like to be realistic on issues. I don't like to be pretentious on issues. Okay. Ni momo ko siko and tribalism. I'm deeply rooted and abe suntanyin political law. Abe the causal effect of all this is politics. Political law. Biring Adama Barola Mansekunda Nata. I see Fatam Fanso Wajibe and the Gambia. Saying Ajako is gaining ground at an alarming rate. In 2021, ngala sound bites also toleno. Biring ba Dembo by force diamda kola. Anata UDP ni Gambianol Jahase falsely accusing UDP. In a subsequent interview ko ate okele pour Barrow si gagner yalon politico man jare wala nak ñun dunia palaso man jare wala c'est quoi tel alpha ya be dami dara fa ngona admit le ko ate yo fole pour mol ci carto fay gambien no le bar bi wo bu ko fo mol ñena taw ko la in fact mol ñanda criticize le heavily I bet niyata no UDP la alpha le wo fo han saying iba fo kam platform but ba dembo lo admission Melka UDP criticized, you will never hear them reference to that, but they will reference to Alaji Sunu Dabala 3 years. They will reference to that because that's coming from UDP. But Badembo wrote up publicly in an interview, and he said he made that statement just to make Barrow win. But how many of these people reference to that interview of Badembo by force? And he is the national president of UDP. I bet if Ajaratu Yam Sekle Wofo or Ajaratu Yam Dauge Yabo still in the Kurak quote lele and TikTok ha Alaji Yamsa Lila Wahon. Ki lila wahon, but Badembola kumo mobokafo. And atela ko, he said that to divide UDP, can make Safra not to divide UDP, to create a wedge between UDP and Gambian. Prunin Sidol, a kana katrofai in the Democratic Party. So Melka Diamo TikTok. I hope you will be referencing to that statement, that ugly statement made by National President of UDP, that he said Parti dole be janna gagner da si dole funa ako he purposely did that to make sure that Barrow 2021 election of Ghana. Please guys, when you are talking about the wrongs of UDP, I hope you'll be talking about that disturbing statement that Badembo by force, who is the currently national president of UDP, I don't know. Okay. Nyinsi nga ko kachale nte bokala fika kacha bantaba because nyimo platform kuma baleti and alpha like a platform lamuy. So Nimbaka Jalofana, I'll be very measured. Say who said it is very measured and mobe olon. I'm anking of more Sabudu football, but not for small bob. But a Gambian nak untol karanal untol like a Gambian will disappoint. Sometimes ye jiko sort of melt to wole kana ika rimbambang boy ika cool kamera jaholo wart. I'll be alone like West Coast Radio, and I'm a big fan of West Coast Radio. In fact, get audio play and ila audio nkala religiously. Before Uncle Larry Taraji, Nala moy, for Ibrahim Silla tata rimbambang boy jekoteng. Ibrahim Silla me along go more but doyala 2 days ago. Before atata dol atata masibo dole boy coffee time. Nali audio je from Peter Imensi ako Ibrahim Silla program calling an angry voice. Yalo phone is embarrassing to state minister. He could not comport himself. Akaka Uncle Larry Sisele Doya. Peter Gomez has stopped. I alto. And me Peter Tentulo all back. That's how things should be. Bandabajang. Ntulu. We want to say things as they are. Degaregla nyo wax ci suñu xelaat. Mafoko I'm perfect because I'm not perfect. I'm infallible. I'm not. I do make mistakes. I'm mortal. We are all mortal. We are not immortal. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is immortal. But take an analysis objectively. Peter Yemenke B. Ibrahim Silla break. Because Ibrahim Silla minister to all Uncle Larry Yanyinika Monela, Lafita contract document jalale, porola quoto, ala lanke mana. Ni Ibrahim Silla man diamond issues, akakana Uncle Larry le doya, Peter Gomez Kaiko, no, manna wala jam. Ni ba challenge on issues. Wofo malo wartale. Go, Gambia, more dol kake ministati. They don't deserve to be ministers. Ibrahim Silla man fit kake ministati. Mba fola jamne. Ibrahim Silla doesn't deserve to be. I'm a minister ya daji ko soto. Aliya remember Ibrahim Silla. Atata BBC ya interview for BBC for the correspondent Kafaigo. Why are you shouting? Akafaigo, no, Samale Bejam. Samamantereji because he was angry. Akatu kamvarini. Ibrahim Silla has anger issues. Naman mojamayo olongala quote. But the Muneke Kamfandi, they are in panic mode. Bidding galala protesto keta. Sayalonko mansa kunda nakana boy. These are the signs. Funding ke kamvale ka fundi. Yenye banku correct downfall of the government no. Guinea Conakry, Alpha Condela mansa kuna janaka boy. Funding ke fundita banku dingol fundita protesta. Mali fanan the same thing. they are not good sign. Protest ning balambaya niaje dorong anu jamme fana na manse kuna biraka boy tala solo sande wol fundita protest kala kalama revolution kala niaje banku dingol ka balambaya kere wo manse kuna la days are numbered. Whether alu sonta or not, you manke sign kendo. So Ibrahim Silla wolu because it will dabe tuloto. Ebe molan nafulo puntum pantanna imaje be karal be yitiring niye mulungulu jibe in 2016 manke accusation tin debuk accusation ke Ibrahim Silla yalon ne ko prior to 2016 a mulungo ning abima falinta bake Ibrahim Silla yolon and I alone ne ko al appearance falinta. So ebe nying enjoy meno menna ke puntum pantan na fulo kono itolu nimmol la funde ka he ñunu laftan tol la hajo bele tinyala. So they come out aggressive. It's a more attack. They counter protest organize la. Ntel be fenkela tenne, ntel sampata janne ndunta janne fenketa janne. Ibrahim Silla kata onkul lari nana ta keba yala onkul lari sise la keba Ibrahim. Nana ta experience la way doko ke UN le. Nana ta londo la onkul lari sise se Ibrahim Silla karende nole. Ibrahim Silla, ma disrespect ngala education level ngalo na fana fisata barodro le. Nana ta mbe credential la certificate la karol. Afisa la barotin. Yes, wo barogan. Afana fisata ala boss. But Ibrahim Silla la certificate tabulu. So was it a because at a ministality akakata uncle Larry le disrespect Peter Gomez ya ragle. I can play the audio here. Pour mo yalla moy kon debuka allegation ki. Because Ibrahim Silla is not fit to be a minister. Ama mankuto so yalo Gambia mo kabe baro minister ya fuma aya devalue o banko kan ngo minister ya palaso ni nga fate Ibrahim Silla en bi nga audio bla nte ay na audio lama ya mala mo tel hajuti ji. Palaso Bunya, Minister Palaso Bunya, ila mankutoto. Ni radio call. You have right as a minister ka Uncle Larry challenge. Ba atela portfolio lo obedi am kam poroldo. Atela Minister of Works and Infrastructure. I write it like a radio call. Wong momo ya criticize wole be boy lakan. But Ibrahim Silla should not behave so childishly. A minister, Uncle Larry at his age. Fo nyanta tara kacha kono. And Peter Gomez did the needful. Ibrahim Silla ragle. Me audio play la janali alamay. Abalafa warta. Most of these ministers Demba Sabali will amankuto tele. They don't have imala comportment soto. It only mineka lantebo minister. Because Gambia mole minister dolbi je wole minister muta malaika yaleti. Ha. Gambia dol wol bije Ibrahim Silla woli to lenyi minister muta yamuta malaika yaleti. Ika nyinale ko itol benyi minister palaso tum. Mo jël jamale sita o sirankam bi ile Ibrahim Silla mo kana advice ko tanke because Ibrahim Silla buka mo ko mo moy atulo kolayata palaso wole dunta ko kono bar palaso na dunte ko kono lundo abe bole ko kono what is a given wala ne ko maku saku Ibrahim Silla ya fam tokuya Professor Gomez Minister of Higher Education wo fana mo ministerity jumale ka wo doya ni social media anu minister palaso le babul ko Ibrahim Silla ka salary men so da ka wala so bari bi Professor Gomez sana bota nyim mansula social media janju mala adoya la bari Ibrahim Silla aya fango tinya nyim man sakunda anu Ibrahim Silla kelo menke ni minister to dol make bari abe farantambulu manya la kaka barole praise but I was very happy today brim Peter ya ragle okay sai no for na uncle Lombang ko kal mol ka fa uncle Peter mba danila Peter ngamara kama manika kamwe hala mo wax li ci olof Peter mang la ñaan xawma da nga dé déglu banta ba because musna la dégg na nga do de follow social media wa hinna ni dañ la jotal li man I have a lot of respect for you and a lot of Gambians do but as a reaction to some of the people who criticize you I think you drop the ball and I'm going to be very blunt I'm not a new body dinañ criticize why Gambia mo mel nonu because am na ñoo xamne ku nekk people will support you man xam fogg naa ne Peter am na right to react te gis nga West Coast Radio musuma dégg nit yi criticize West Coast Radio since programme start Guiding them fofu, Nyomi Brahma Silla, Brahma Gisankere, a lot of government ministers. I've never heard public criticism. And it's a public institution. What's not wafi? Public institution, Buneka, people have right to criticize. Bantaba, Mandamade Wahni, Gambians have right to criticize this platform. If you are in a social space, public space, and gonna kendula criticize, then you should not be in public space. Nyata yon lako wafi. Nit munna dem, muna say who said the little or criticize me constructively as long as sagoloma. So ma sagene, you cross the red line. That will show on your character. Saga mom bahut. Why ne waruñoo criticize ante lolu du mëna am in a democracy. Fi BBC nit yi dañ ko day criticize. Ken du jangal Peter Gomez journalism. Them not training, I think work in Deutsche Welle, Germany. I think I'm working a lot of international media. And he is very good at what he does. No matter nothing I'm gonna discuss, he's one of the best journalists in that country. And a veteran for that matter. And that's why I think a lot of people look up to him. But I think Mansusuma Helat, just need so mere, is better not to talk. I think the one his suspicion is Nico criticized because mom do they laka and laka lulu Peter Waruko. I expect that from Haleyum Dawi. Depare Golodo by egg. I know what in lasi Olaf why people misconstrue it na yange on you golo. So man, this is my own take on this. I think we should all try to take a breath and relax when it comes to these tribal issues. Fi kunaka de mer. But tribalism legi direction bomode Gambia man is scary. Serif Jame said Uncle P is doing a very good job, straightforward. Yeah, he's doing. But would you agree with him on the utterance that he said, Numa criticize because I don't think anybody will criticize people just because you're going to speak Mandinka or Jola or whatever. Because it's not a must that you have to speak these languages. Language choice la. Man munuma. But if you look at it, how many people Nyoko criticize? Man say who say they criticize man, my criticism was just an attack. I didn't criticize. I've seen people who made videos and criticized him constructively, but that not everybody did. So generalization, Numa criticized because I think that's where he dropped the ball. I think we should all learn lessons, and I think let's take it easy. Just na tribalism, we should try to control it. Let's try to do remedial measure. And you try to control it. Containment, that's the right word. We should try to do containment strategy on tribalism so that it doesn't have negative effect on our country. Gambia dekabundaula. Constantly, people want to bully one ethnic group. It's not going to last. At some point, you fitu. Resist lale. And wala kana fitu no samanam. Malla fi fitu no la. Nde more tribal remarks. And let me make something clear. People will say who said probably you are not fair. When some of your UDP members do this, you don't come out. Look, just like Alhaji Usenu was said in his interview today, if you listen to it, when I disagree with my fellow UDP members, I channel it internally. I don't come out public. But that doesn't mean I don't criticize them. Any UDP member who writes something that I don't agree, I will go internally and express my view. That's my professional approach. Everybody has got. Because when you're part of a group with somebody, just like you're in the same cabinet with somebody, like UK chapter executive committee, a member of my executive does something, I will not go for Facebook to criticize that internally. Why someone message didn't go digger. So the local service commission, local government commission, my views are very much in tandem with what Alhaji Usenu said today. And Makodon Wafi, he was not here. I said, we'll wait for the local service commission report. And where these people cannot, Mununyo defense and bopper, like you go to court, defense and bopper, then we will come here and say, yo, you are guilty of corruption. This is what I said on Bantaba. Exactly. A few weeks ago. And I said, landing LRR to me is clear. Brikama is out of the equation because Kiaman Yankobadawa was not there. It's not subject to this commission. It's Sirifo song. And we saw how poorly Sirifo is doing. KMC, I think they have passed because, yes, Talib hasn't gone yet, but so far it's procedural matters, no lower. Okay? Question marks only on Banjul so far. All right, and Banjul, they have right to go and appeal. And I said 3 out of 4, is that a failure? Degulul and Mark Hell. So you are talking, will all this brouhaha on UDP, 3 of our commissions have done well. It's just probably 1 out of 4. Is that a pass or not? If you got 3 out of 4, that's 75%. So how can you indict UDP on the local government? So you don't yakamti. They don't see TikTok there. UDP, local government, they haven't put you have been disappointed because if you do the maths, I said some of you don't do intuitive analysis, which we do here. Because yalla mind and your brain bobo. You only look at things on the surface. You don't check, you don't do in-depth analysis. Fee nak mandamade def in-depth analysis. And demakode back at logic. Defa ute kuy join TikTok live. Salam alaikum, mine and mawa. While UDP, you are just talking off the cuff. You don't know what you're talking about. Emotions nga digital. Fee, we try to analyze things using our brains. Do real analysis. Luma wafi kan moko muna daji. Na kenan gene ci TikTok bi election you and debate. Debate bi mun na ñaka xew banta bade. Luma wafi we have 3 out of 4 so far based on because even the lead council praised man ko dega ci Kerfatu interview bi Fat Touré moko wax. Neko na ñuni UDP ñoko wax. Reportedly the lead council praised Landing. The way he is running LRR. That's a UDP council. Brikama, no issue, right? KMC is just procedural matters about invoices so far. Yes, Talib hasn't gone yet. So let's even say 2 out of 4. Because Talib hasn't gone yet. But I believe that he will. That's my expectation. Where in the event Talib has issues, we're not going to spare nobody. And I don't have a dog in the fight. So Chairman, if the council report comes out and put an indictment on KMC, then I go discourse fee. Then Talib would have to go and clear his name, or KMC would have to go and clear themselves at the courts. If they don't, then they will also be guilty. But so far, it's 3 out of 4. So Lolo, is it a failure or a pass? But if you look at the DP 2024, you are probably not following the discussion. This argument and this issue started in 2024. They started crucifying UDP on local government commission. And mainly it's coming from one political party in the diaspora. I'm not going to name them. I'm not scared to mention them, but I don't want to mention them on this show. Their supporters took to the airwaves, crucifying UDP local government, but they will be not embarrassed very soon. Just like they got themselves embarrassed because of the assets. Anga Bobu, they lost it. They lost the debate. Nobody talks about the assets anymore. It's gone off. Then you assets, Jame assets. And UDP. When was the last time you hear them talk about it? They're now, because when the list came out, they were expecting 9 lists. We saw 2 lists so far. One of their supporters, somebody said, list with them number 9. Moko was a platform. I was there. Manglone on the platform, bisa. Fatena Turinit, otherwise I'll mention it here. Why more Henry Hambopam. But so when the assets issue came out, they were rushing. Ya continue just story Alajusen Davo, Uncle Amadou Sane, all the UDP officials. When that failed, they tried to coin ne Pabi Mojenda Nagi, you them the which was also proven to be a lie. But they didn't come out to apologize, okay? Just typical of many Gambians when they apologize. They put that false accusation on Alajusen Davo, which proved to be untrue up to today. So now, Talib, they said, fair enough guy, modern jelly passport, which is even utterly nonsensical because they haven't worked in government. In government, most of these officials, they unit driver. I mean, when I was in government, this is Jammeh's time because most of these European embassies are in Dakar. Senior driver, you them jail passport. If we have to travel to Switzerland or other countries, because most of these international organizations, so they invite them. So with a Gambian passport or a diplomatic passport, you need a visa to come to Europe anyway. So they got them. You drive in. So what Talib did should not even be a talking point, but they just want to be a fault finder on UDP anything. Why? Legi, I said 3 out of 4. Is that a failure or a pass? The problem would have happened if all 4 councils are found guilty. Right now, Yankuba Dabo in the 9 trucks. Brikama. Do you hear them talking about it on TikTok? You don't criticize UDP, the Mbalit collection is poor, blah, blah, blah. Kiaman Yankuba Dabo just ordered 9 trucks, Brikama. And KMC has got so many trucks. Banjul, the same thing. Mbalit collection has improved since UDP took leadership of this council, right? This is a fact. And Yankuba Dabo's trucks are being paraded. If you go on social media, you saw the likes of Sirfo Bayosong and others are saying. But they will not give credit to Yankuba Dabo. But imagine it was a negativity, it would have been discussion points. Just know our situation is pathetic. Why not United Democratic Party? Kubot Buki for Hajbola. Because we are in the front. Ñun ñoy sukur bi lembi Gambian politics. Ñun ñoo am xorom. Anything oo xamne UDP bokku fa waxtaan bi du ne. Topic boo xamne you don't talk about UDP. Topic bi muna interesting do am viewership. You have to drag UDP into the waxtaan because ñun la yalla may xorom bobu nonu. Defo ñu nangu ko. Waaye luma wax fi moy KMC LRR Banjul, Brikama, not actually contentious at the minute. We have to wait for Banjul. There is indictment there right now. We have to wait for the report. And then we'll cross the bridge when we reach there. Okay? So those of you saying the UDP has failed Gambia, corruption, music consultancy, well, back it up. And let me tell you, UDP guys, if you go to these platforms, sometimes I listen to some of our UDP supporters, they cannot put strong arguments. They are prepared as a bopper. When you deal with these people, try to be grounded on how to challenge them, how to pin them down. Because 3 out of 4, how can that be a failure? And I could have put match, so 3 out of 4 is not a failure. That's 75% pass mark. And even if it is 2 out of 4, that's still a pass mark, 50, right? Exam, so I 50% to pass mark. It's a pass mark. Even West African Examination Council time, Fogna pass rate was 40%, 40 something. 50 is pass. Even here, GCE level in UK, is it not grade C or whatever? 50, I think. So pass la, right? So even if we 2 out of 4, we still pass. So what the UDP hasn't failed Gambians? So, but my point is, man tutina torop. Pour my advice, I'm experience. I'm doing a positive analysis of what happened is on a tribalism politics. Tribalism, sunyo was in England def nanka. Bunde wa hall. You need benalan. Supposedly, that's what we said. Susunyo lameni. How man dah lulu mo nekasi susun holly tamit. Because man, to be honest, wahana ko fi majority of Gambians lunyo wa. doy na war de nit mun na la wax dara ci lamenyam fekk ne ko ci xolam bi yalla rek mo xam ci lu nekk ci xol nit bo de niatara wala be je ko ndol le ka fu ñu ñep ben lañ su fekk ne lolu degg la nañ leen ko practice dafa ruslu torop tribes yu nekk Gambia ñu nekk Senegal. Why tribalism is not a topic in Senegal, but it's a topic right now mo dugana ci media bi ñu ñaan rek mu arrêté fi yalla tour fa ndox bu séda ñu ñep ben lañ. And it's not right for people to think that because these people think that they are the majority, we will bully them. Just like it is not right for the people who think they are majority, they bully minority. Ken waruta bully ken si deka bobu non. Moma ñana mo bully la. Ntol be mo killing wolati. Let's do our politics. NPP is responsible for this dirty politics in our country. You remember when one of their guys stood in KMC and make xenophobic remarks by Talib about Lord Mayor Talib Bensouda, Narla. That was an MPP guy. Yeah, that was from MPP. Most of this tribal nonsense is coming from MPP because Barrow thinks, alhamdulillah, this is a serious situation, and Barrow's strategy can only work in Gambia. Well, like Barrow's strategy cannot work in Senegal. Senegalese are very conscious because they tried with Usman Sonko and it didn't work. I've said it here many times, many times. Ñun average Gambian, they try things to do. Barrow dafa fogne. Okay, because then they stereotype UDP a party sorcerer. Mandinka partiolo. Now for Natonya for the wrong. Iko wolefo. How much we try to defend ourselves, some people have got it in their heads. UDP is not a Mandinka party. We can defend ourselves until cows come home. Some people have this notion. So Barrow thinks that strategically getting all the other tribes together, then he has a good chance of defeating UDP in the polls. So because they have no policies to sell, they know that their government is full of corruption. They know that they cannot take on UDP on ideas. Because when UDP ministers were there, Gambia's economy was on a sound footing. Because some of these people who talk, Solen Laje, when Uncle Amadou Sane was finance minister, what was his budget speech? They will not even be able to tell you that as a budget. Changes that he brought. Most of these loud mouths on TikTok, they criticize UDP. Wallahi, if you put them on the spot, what was the content of Alhaji Amadou Sane's first budget speech in 2017? They will not tell you anything. Yes, but they will go to platforms. Oh, UDP is a government bi lan lañ def. Gambia rek la dé dégga. Lolu xamane Gambia ñun dañ am problème. Ñu né opposition sa lan lañ def ci dëkk bi. They must have déggal li ci réew tubab. It is not opposition's responsibility to bring development in the country because opposition they collect lempo. They don't collect taxes. But da nga déggal ci TikTok gis nga so bëgg dégga this nga bëgg nga lifin Gambian si. Suma waye head ñu la so bëgg head suñu xelaati nga dem ci TikTok live si. Because wahi nga dé dégga, we have a long way to go. If you do today I was listening to one platform, I think Bambas was there. And Bambas did a good job trying to even explain UDP, our contribution, even as an opposition. UDP Ladies Corner. Then they job collection, then they contribute Harley's fee, which is not even, in fact, single defusa is not a crime, but they just do it because of love for country. Contribution, they take it to the prisons. Last time, we on December 2024, following your contribution, my Queen Ala Health Center. Our UDP students, then they just blood donation. Bambas made this brilliant presentation. And last year, we went to do cleaning in Banjul. Which political party nga def lolu fi? Ban political party ñoo xam sen diaspora supporters dem nañ Banjul ñu dem ci dëkk bi di clean. Wax leen ma benn political party. Ken defu ko fi? UDP rek ñoo ko def. And yet you have people going to platforms they question what we have done for country. Dega nit ku la bañ du la musa bëgga. None of these parties here with loud mouths, they haven't done anything in that country in terms of their party. Waxuma ñoom ñu individually de. Waaye seen party supporters ci diaspora dañ dajale seen boppa dem Gambia ko UDP luñ def. Ñun we are the only party. Ñun dajale nañ fi xaalis UDP diaspora. Jënd bagage yi dem joko tana kiyang. And next year we will do it in another region. Apart from that, some of our UDP supporters, then they just initiative. Serin Keita, Neka Spain, he has a group. Last time they did cleaning in KMC. The other time they want to do it in West Coast. They do that with their own funds. But Gambia Doron, Gambia Doron, for opposition muneke banko ye. Womu filibante ya kumoleti, ignorant kumolom, atol melka fo mba folale ale diamo landi. Amanke oppositional responsibility ka doko samana banko kan. Tubabu jang, atol be tubabu banko men kanjang. Altalio la, ndola UK jang, opposition buka development jang. They only hold the government to account. Conservative party lebe opposition yala jang, ibuka nada ke, ibuka development ke, ibuka fenke because Labour party lebe mansa kunda. Alte tubabu du mansa kunda jela jang opposition ko ikata development ko ale nyi filibante ya kumolu bula amalo waratal nim banko dol kalmo ka jutu gambien wol lale gambia da male ka nyi filibante ya kumol fo ikafo ni opposition fo yemre ka jang ni wolon PDOS al nane ya jele be development ko kala gambia amanke la rolti ma fo e makede bari ndema je publicly bari ni make fona moma nyene chastise lala because PDOS buka gambia la namo collect Ndola 1.2 billion, 1.7 billion dollar economy, 2.1 billion dollar economy is in the hands of NPP. Atol men kata Gambia alka $1,000 jo say ko European passport holders for 3,000 or 1,500 whatever. Ya kafule. Wo kodo ka men correct airport ro. Jumale kata akada jumale fa kata opposition o leya. Atol men kata tubabu du jang alko namol men kole. Anu seren kede men fo banko mobile ka tax jo. Hani dindingol fon apa tax jo le. Because VAT ka jol. Ali ala mo VAT. Value added tax. Gambia la VAT mu jalet fon. Ala fonye what is the rate? UK is 20%. UK la VAT mu 20 la Gambia la VAT mu jalleti for 15 lomba malo ala fonni Gambia ka VAT collect la value added whatever you buy a transaction mo be ka namo jole jumale ko collect opposition la ko collect hey ala nga kunimbali ya nkana yagul ko do biga amalo fo waratale pour kata plateau to fon kaf ndega ni mo ite ni jela Senegal ngol la TikTok to Senegal wol kafo ko opposition wol pastef ale mon development ke jang alta Senegal la TikTok do fale Senegal ol moy le ko diam sifa ikanyin diamol moy Gambia TikTok da male ndeka malule ni ba fola fam bi ni UDP na ta man sekunda amanke NPP la responsibility ka development ko banko kan UDP le man sekunda control ito la nyanta development lo kala in collaboration with the private sector. The government's role is to create conducive environment through monetary policy, central bank may run, and the fiscal policy, may allow Minister of Finance like on tax and other things. Yeah. Puruka businessman through environment create through concessions, tax policies, waivers, giving land facility. Comme ni reserve land buru ha hamen kara jamala fika dunje ko tenki. You understand? So the government is managing the resources. And yet, Molka Situa UDP for money. But notwithstanding, UDP out of our benevolence and our love for country, na diaspora nkolka kudul collect jang, ikateka molu makoi. And still molu buko appreciate. Don't be malom fongode. UDP ga nyime beke de. And apart from that, during the COVID-19, babala buntungo, al nyina tawalani. Mansa kunda e collection okay, but until UDP nkol fane nyo sas. UDP tat a distribution of the mola. Falmo appraisal. Party Jumale Wakajam. Which party did it? And there are existing parties in Gambia, yeah? There are political leaders in Gambia. How many of them did what, even if they did, not to the level of UDP? Hey, Alinga Tenku. Sombe Yamaro Nina Dila Janko, I hope we will not see replica of this tribal rhetorics again. Namera Nadua Nye Danjang. Because Naman Danjang. Memba koma be mulunja bi alale hey iko pusante si maraj la em mo Gambia la VAT is 15%, iko 15 and corporate tax is 27. Thank you Kiam Jimba. But UK dan VAT is 20%, so Gambia dan mo 15% let o value added tax alka jole la dada bidigodo alka sandi role menkeje. You are contributing to the economy. Right? So everybody is wala neko like setting keda brilliance wala neko taxpayers money. Wala dalilo taxpayers money because molle ka namo jo. Wo namo opposition obuka control CD keta lebe responsible with the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs. That man Gambia bela economy la. Amadou Sane was there, but now Amadou Sane is not. So ning banko manta nyato alingam blow tiliman sa kundala. Ala stop ka opposition ol nyini ngato le mun development fonda. Filibante kumolom. Momo kafo ila ite la hamo dasatale. And ibe banko kan ifo be Italy be be France tay lo ye microphone si France iko opposition ata kam rekajan molbe jelelale tubab duje be jelelale iba fole nyaale mata in fact iba fole nyinga alta samba psychiatrist ya ko jibi bari kanyin diamol nte kam malule nga conversation o sifal ge Gambia la TikTok. But you know what, the standards are low. Mantra mo heb kande. Our standards are subliminal. They are very, very low. Above, below the level. Honestly. Alinga hakilo to dia molto. Because ning yaje bi ni molka to follow castigate la. Wati be sila fulol fanambe volunteer la ya for enough is enough. Ni molka jolal criticize constantly. Ibe fipulale. The same thing with Mandinkas, Fulmina Sila Modo, because being a model jako ni dole fon ako ha ni nabe continue sa ni mol neng neng ngoy ko manke kairot iko sa ni man ngol nem faranga funtingi la siol ngoy ko no manke solution. Two wrongs don't make right, but dole be futala son wala ibe wala kan andu mu tinyaro leti alinga bulaka nyola sio doya alinga diamu on issues. We have a lot to talk about. We can have debate on issues, and I hope we will see downturn of these tribal things in our discourse. But munebe mako ela fana wallahi isala fi Sehu Sedili la nyaaw nyaaw ni lungu mena Sehu Sedili mistake ta na Gambia ñep together ñu wax Sehu Sedili ne lu nga def ni correct. Hey, li mo indi jama ci dëkk bi. Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. Nto be mu jimin na le ndeme nga diabo jan saman se mistake ko kenole anu natol yen kanu su fekkene yen degen ma buga bes bu ma juumee wallahi ngeen wax ma ne Sehu Sedili lu nga def ni correct bu len ma russa. Let nobody farle ma man buguma ken farle ma. Why Gambia right now farle more for hell. You know somebody has done something wrong, but because okay I want to annoy this group harama dem farle li te ñun ay julit len. Man, UDP members that you guys said that they did something wrong. Did you see me far like anybody? I won't, because I know that's not going to help. If you think that somebody in UDP miscook, say who said you them Facebook far like no. What am I banta ba far like because dama mel indi bale uma koku. Gis nga nit ki sax so bëgg wax ci topic bi nopil. Wala nga waxtana koku ci ron. But Gambia far lu bi this person is my thing, and then carry them to seek you, and this is the saddest thing. Man, take criticism can la go door. Ibrahim Silla domo sosela, and he's my brother. Nana program o data tella. Nimbe fasa ro kala Ibrahim Silla le fasa la jan na fe nga fo na mbadi ngolom. Ali nga ñi fasa rol bula aten na fala fenna. Honestly, it's sad. So many yamaro dan na janela, but UDP dingol mel kata platform to nal bita debate la al fongol prepare because ngamol moyle some people arrogantly said UDP doesn't have policies. They cannot even express themselves. That's a lie. That's not true. If you look at Bambas, he has made a lot of presentations about UDP's policies. I have done it on many platforms. I have said it here when Uncle Amadou Sane was finance minister. Gambia barely had 2 months of imports cover. And that is if you understand what 2 months of imports cover means. Because some of them, they don't even understand these terminologies. But when he was there, it increased to 4 months of imports cover. He cut our deficit by 75%. That is if you understand what budget deficit means. He increased the transport allowance of the civil servants who were receiving very low transport allowance when Jammeh was there. Uncle Amadou Sane introduced that in his budget speech. The inflation rate was slashed. The economy started responding positively. But then, when he was moved to trade, all the good things that he started, because Baroko, I Amadou Sama trade because Amadou Sane blue kuntuta janne wo bulo jatale because nate baro la fitame na wokate wo kala fika diala. So another pisir pasar finance minister sama na menga da mambura njaiti. But you know what? Because of the polarization of our discourse, how many of these people criticize Mambura Njai? Have you ever heard them criticizing Mambura Njai? The usual suspects, borrowing Ibrahim Asila's word. They will criticize Amadou Sane, but do you hear them criticizing Mambura Njai? Mambura Njai mess up our economy. Gambia indebtedness to 120 billion. Mambura Njai orchestrated it under his watch. Sidi Keita nata aya gena wajabi. Sidi Keita has turned to be a minister of selling our national assets. I take it all minister civil in the Senegambia bridge of mortgage. Poor ofele ba wafikan. Gamtel is going. He is the worst finance minister. Sidi Keita. Mbadin jarangolom. Hani Mambura Njai mamel kategolek. But have you ever heard these people criticizing Sidi Keita? Hey, the bias in some of these platforms is so glaring. And it's so obvious. Mamboure Njie was one of the worst finance ministers in this country. But he's barely talked about. Hey, al nga toña fo banko kan. Man duma jubo wax ñu bari de ci politics bi de. Did it? Because Nafi haya mo nek ci politics. And interestingly, ñu ne ñun ñoy ikantole ko mané Nafi wala ñina newe dula. Ñina dina ne ñiñ samole mbe ñoo commandé la Nafi ko la. Ni on commandé Nafi ko la ko Nafi ko. Because itol kon tol mu Nafi ko le. Itol fanam ko itol mu Nafi ko le. So al nga tu Moli Abuje George. But in the analysis I bring facts. Man duma wax just waxantu rek ñew. Su du lolu do leen ama interest pour ngeen déglu ma. Ñene ñuy bari ñu ci palanteer bi. Ñu ma déglu. Ñu bari ñoo de nekk ci palanteer bi. Wa xam nañ ni lu ma wax ni dégg la. When do you hear them from 2024 on musuma dégg turu Mamboure Njie in any of this discourse? Why Touré Amadou Sané feñna, Touré Alhaji Ousainou Darboe feñna every day. The Alhaji Ousainou Darboe lum def ci dëkk bobu non as he said in his press, and this is why I thank you for Touré la interview today. I have said it here, validated a lot of things there. Hey, Alhaji Ousainou Darboe lum defal ci dëkk bobu non ak the likes of Honorable Sidia Jatta, Honorable Halifa Sallah, they have principles. Principles, I have said it here. Because they believe in what they believe in. Ngo ite Honorable Sidia Jatta jala kaka sawum barole pour baroy ministre ya diala mukalla Honorable Sidia Jatta takela Alhaji Ousainou Darboe bira joint coalition barola afta ka muta ka control ka UDP muta ka muzzle ka control ka UDP ka birol yele UDP pour ka UDP hijack amon som aka go baro titala nim back dola de fo nga ñew ci bunti afanga la kumo baro fo foyna nim bunti ñaadon baro la tatal num back dola yani back doje ni baro ka fo ntaka kamfale na be chapi la platform to baro ga tele ka chapi mo beti aka fo back do baro la tatal num back dola pour que UDP hijack wala ketani UDP la kuyati ako UDP yake by force flabiarati ikay go hey baro foyta nim ñaato bundala de molka flat biara ñini ñame process selection committee il application dundi bare ka fayto lon president by default ngeka flat biara UDP ngol ka tekala ja akam fada Alhaji Ousainou Darboe bay modol man dalilo ñu non ku ya dalilo ti ala fata la ni back dollar UDP ngol kay wetina ni back dollar de ci kanam rek ngay duga wala na tata ñi back do coin akaba presidency ha momo la fata la back dollar ina ni ñaat fo nga duga ci bunti gana bara telephone yo juko start United Democratic Party wala nan ka fale ko ñin kebalu ali ngi buñangi horoma say ñin dinngol lebe sawon san ko totol ali ma ñalu jibe e nangol kata diari bere Gambia be kolayari ñin dinngol li munani mi la jarinte ya tandi sayne wax bi mom dafa neex rek ku nekk mun na tali ku nekk mun nga wax di door sa dena bi nga yuhu ci plateforme si waye bu Gambia metti won luta gaay ne ko ñon du yuhu dañ melni tapet comme Cheikh Ousseydi Allahu si gannaaw radio di wax hey Gambia la nga haklo tubaki nimbango ale nga di mo la mel yale genuine love for country. And I want to underline that word, the genuine love for country. Is very, very important. Love for country is not measured when it is convenient. I have said that here many times, and I will repeat it a million times if I could. Love for country is not measured when it is convenient. Ika love for country measured amen. Nimbanko be koleri. Walatina Nelson Madiba Mandela. Jumale bala love for South Africa question. Anala kafo mol. Biri abe koleri to lelat. They stood tall. They went to prison. President Jomai Faye went to prison, right? Before becoming president. And I'm not saying that you have to go to prison. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm insinuating. Because Alan Dolbe Lameka in Lafdole conclude. No, Usman Sonko went to prison, right? Sorry, he was detained. And he went on hunger strike because of the principle, because of the love he has for Senegal. President on silver platter, that's what Adama Barrow got. And you know what it has yielded? President on silver platter, iboka presidency la value long. Ajibe fong doko me mambatala. Halis bo xamne sonu loko jël dañ ko pasar. Lolo ta ñi dañoo pasar suñ halis bi because they haven't suffered. but sa own xaalis boo xam ne yaa ko liggéey ale na live fenke I'm getting warning malum for do live na live fenke kambang but anyway we still got good number of 160 something people still watching us al live F1 ma good one kodo me yalonga xaalis boo xam ne sonu lool dikol fii Europe jam wol ka dun sumaya ko ka do jumale ke la kodo pasar ila kodo na do de la account e ka manage le boka pasar iko si batata le ya solo da nga sona presidency is also like that presidency on a silver platter soko amé do ko value mako wax way lo xamne da nga sona pour am ko and you are ready to take the bullet for it yes you should be ready to take the bullet for it man de si kam bobu la nek te ken mënuma génn si loolu te neex laa men duma convince hey neex laa men man Seeku Seydou li passé naa loolu yàgg naa loolu si politics bi waxuma ngeen wax F1 in Facebook ci am dem bay bëgg F1 ke Facebook yi ka TikTok yamna ko ñuru ngol de toñe la ba yamay dama musu ko da dem ba du mi tamol ya nim bof touré bi janen waye toñe mbelem bem mi tamol di la su ko gunjuru ngol la anyway F1 is just for TikTok bari nga men fo danga la hakilo to Gambia non te kadi am Gambia non le president ya ye bata kono ye lo ya nyini bari yena easy baro ya sotole easy fo baro ma soto easy baro sitale rek ako president ya tra sino la baro moko wax de mune mo mu ngeen nelaw president ya bi eko lolo ta valued presidency bi mu ñoo gel like abe mo tala like a toy kamol mo ta ko football ka mol damfu jang ha ndebe 3 years le kala no ndebe 3 years kala ha ndebe 5 years kala ndebi nala le mbe noto tam mbe luwale dala nga seal so the president does not barola di amolo nyin I be fa mbali do kono because baro does know the value because amam bataka president ya so baro na the coalition ya mamba ko mola hani da campaign bim because baro ganyeta hey nim baro me daka nyefe baro ni ya jame jankwande anu alaju sunu dabo ay même fo nga fo janne UDP le fight against corruption start Gambia lolo ta tay suma degal nit yi di wax platform ne diu sanga mode wa corruption mala yen ba wer ngeen Alaju Sinu Dabo, when UDP was talking about the oil, the crude oil, when Yaya Jammeh was there, most of you are 14, 15 years old then, or 17. So I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you. UDP, lum help corruption Gambia, ben leader du ko def. Lolu wahi kese wula. UDP no commencé de help corruption in that country. Depuis time Yaya Jammeh. And today Alaju Sinu Dabo has confirmed it. No Uncle Kemes and Jammeh, they walked out of the parliament in protest because they table a motion, National Assembly, for that to be investigated, just like this Russian crude oil thing. So UDP no ko door Gambia. Lolota ninga mo platform to molga foko ha karele na ta kleka dem corruptionola. That's laughable. Absolutely laughable. Tedu ben diga. Kolen ko wat def la na. UDP, PDIS, ñoo nekk Gambia ni hair against corruption. For 20 years or 29 years, and we expose the corruption. Can more gonna expose corruption in Gambia than UDP? Man say who said Lisa? Luma def can more the politicians. Hey, man misa wahuma la Jusino Dabo. Man made in the files fee expose Padi Yemi Bakari Baji, expose ko indicate boler. Adama Baro bungene kate bi yobu yayam for treatment ñun ñoko expose fi ban political party moko def fi apart from UDP yen expose corruption moy dem interview wax ne nguur bi dafa corrupt you bring facts, you bring paper lolota ñun we work with the government officials to expose this corruption mara baro baba abe mola nafulo spend na bama ko la kra na ba kala fa ba he Seeku Seydou be mbatu ko Angleterre la ben kulol funtindi la hey you don't fight against corruption Alhaji Ousainou Darboe mo tok fi mu ne baro ya ngi jël suñu state land in South Atlantic ban leader moko wax wala suñu ñama dégg waaw diw sanga mo le wax corruption ñun ñoo le wax bantaba fi sax even Barrow's contract document Barrow la contract document is 150,000 ñun ñoo leak document bi nda Seeku Seydou li fonka ñim man sa kunda expose ñame political party di ñame ngi expose ñam because they don't have the means. Yes, call me arrogant if you want. So it is disrespectful to us to say that wow, party doing they fight against corruption. We fight against corruption in that country than anybody. And there will be no political party in Gambia that will surpass what we have done. So Mlen, that's the advice I will give you. So we are here to expose corruption. Man, every day, man, get joko aksuma guy. Right now, xam naa ne ñeneen ñi ñu ma seetaan te ñeneen ñi dañoo toog waxtaan di reer añ ak Adama Barrow. Yes. Ebe NPP kono je. So, what is very interesting. So, alinga ñim banko zam. So, mina manakela. Memorla back to my brother Ibrahim Silla. Ibrahim Silla de Cairo sok la mburu ñi watot. Ibrahim Silla fay tengu. Ikatelon awul kasongoti. Red kasongoni black kasongo ngamre ko tenku ndale domandi sayende. Wala moy. Bari alingal la moy meñu forward la ning ay faran tambulu manya ke dame coffee time fo pitaka altu. Ndole play la jang. Ali alla moy. Ibrahim Silla. Ala la moy.
That's a need apparently. Let's have that. Okay. What you see what I'm saying? Instead of sticking to the issue, they go personal.
Okay, no.
Okay, Sila, can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning, Sila.
Alala moy.
Good morning to your guest also, Mr. Tise.
Okay, sorry, you'll have to put on the headphones in order to hear. Just hold on, Sila. I'll let you know when to start.
Janimbe continue la lafta falka diamo ni moyle clearly. Atol membe TikTok alka diamo alka Ibrahim Silla la diamo moyle. Ay kolle ke bi coffee time. Akamta dindi meremo. So can you guys hear? Yes, okay. Iko ka moyle mbadi nga continue.
Talking. I believe he can hear you now. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Peter, for allowing me to call, though unusual. But I thought maybe it is absolutely very important that we clarify a lot of mis and disinformation that Mr. Cisse is putting out there. And it's quite unfortunate that someone of his caliber and his age.
No. Sila, let's go straight to the issue. What are you seeking to clarify?
Information that
okay.
Out there.
Aliye je moyle. Dege ngeen fofu. Man duma tumal ken fi. Ibrahim Silla minister tore. Wale ka act so irresponsibly. For Peter Kafai, no, let's not go personal. Let's just go issue. Akafo Uncle Larry, a man of his life and his age. What has Uncle Larry's age got to do with this discussion? Mana la Gambiano dol fan kay fon ñing kebalu disrespect. Fo jumala mala ka ke kebati. Ibrahim Silla be dami biya la fla ay sima ya fight futa Uncle Larry la eito. Keba mu bunya talenti. But just cause ndebe minister pala soltu kam ke kebalu doya. Momo ka kebal doya ita ko kula de. Mafo nin keba be kalanta yala fine, I understand. But keba me yalon ka anata afon bunya. Let's listen to the audio. And I'll public for an albe molar reaction of Ibrahim Silla doya nyaming. Bra nyi manyake. Molme comment all ki Peter alba moila.
This contract was negotiated openly. All issues that he mentioned were negotiated openly by all stakeholders in the government. And that after the contract was finalized, negotiations were held with critical stakeholders that are not even part of the government. So to even remotely assume, much more to openly say that we were not transparent about this is just a statement of his own opinion. But let me say that the issue of revenue is a gross misinformation of what he was saying. The Gambia government takes 4% of annual gross revenues of port operations. This is actually part of the revenue, model and the financial model that was advanced in the contract. And we looked at it very carefully with a seasoned transaction advisory group, where we have looked at all the risks. If you look at the post operation, the operational staff, is almost, between 7 to 15% of our port's annual revenue. That is going to be taken over by Al-Barak. All the risks associated with operating this port and the port of Sanyang that will be developed are taken over by Al-Barak. And if they fail in any of those risks, we have castable bonds that will be cast in favor of the government.
Sila.
All right?
Sila.
Let me finish, because when he talked about revenue, he's so short-sighted to even assume that somebody of his capacity that claimed to be a financial expert could not even tangibly say that, for example, your operational cost, running a port, the operational cost and everything is part of the revenue forecast. That goes to Al-Barak, is on them. All right? What government is taking, including our 20% share of the profit, is the gross revenue of 4%. And that they are going to take over the salaries of all the operational staff. They are going to take over the operational cost of the port. Put all these things together. If you monetize them, Gambia government may even go beyond 50% if you are going to monetize these things. It is quite unfortunate that the lives of
Sila, just listen to me. You talk about risk. What risk is there? Was Gambia Ports Authority coming to the government for money to pay the salary of their workers? Was the Gambia Ports Authority not paying dividend to the government? So what risk are you talking about?
The only time the Gambia Ports Authority paid dividends following the coup of 1994 was 2018, and then that was given in 2020 and then 2021.
So the port,
it's only when this government came in.
So the port was profitable.
Started paying dividends. So I'm just saying this because these are.
Okay. Me audio continue la. But Ibrahima Silla kebaya ta kuma soto bolo fola. Ibrahima Silla ko. Ako the only time Gambia Ports Authority a dividend wolom ni la profit ko ka man sekunda ka kudomendi man sekunda. All these parastatals they pay supposed to pay dividend. Ka man sekunda jo man sekunda le tam ni parastatal na ale business ale la profit ale expenditure bondeje ale profit ko ka kudomendi man sekunda ale Ibrahima Silla ko mom ako kabrin coup d'état keta Port Authority buka dividend pay ya jamela man sekunda. How does that make sense? You di ya jamme mobe jamelone mobe ya jamelone ya jamme se Gambia Port Authority bulaje from kabrin coup d'état keta for 2017 man dividend jo so Port Authority na fale ali Ibrahima Silla la kalabante ya diamo hey womanke tonyati nde I don't support jamme but ya jamme will never allow Port Authority to operate for 20 years. They don't pay dividend. Ibrahima Silla le nyim fo jande according only time they paid since the coup they paid dividend was in 2017. So that means Port Authority bri ya jamme bigi ibi jele dorom ibuka fendi man sekondal ali amere wo kumo sense be Ibrahima Silla lo kumo hani mo me yalon ko man ifo ngalon ko ya jamme will not condone that ali nga tonya fo nte I don't support jamme but ya jamme will not allow a parastatal to operate for 22 years without paying dividend. Then why you managing director de sorom Ibrahima Silla ite fono malo mo mos nde malo Ibrahima Silla mune kete Ibrahima Silla la atela for the according the only time they paid in 2017. I don't continue la moy Ibrahima Silla la jamburu ko la Ibrahima Silla amalo warta ke ba sabal wala Ibrahima Silla lom ala la moy.
So I'm just saying this because these are records. The records are there. The facts are there.
No, but the argument always has been, why would you give out a profitable entity? I mean, it's not like now.
Giving out is a partnership. So there is no port in West Africa or in any part of Africa apart from Guinea-Bissau and the Gambia that is in the hands of the government. We argue this over and over and over again.
Okay.
We have argued this. This man that is sitting in that
again, we will not countenance, personal attacks. There's no, the point is you have clarified the 496, and that is okay. If you have additional information, then maybe we go ahead with that. Do you have anything additional?
It's just a clarification. clarification that I needed to make, because
Okay,
you know, to harp on this type of misinformation is just
which has been made. Asila, thank you so very much. The guest is Larry Sise. Let's continue. Yes,
I wanted to ask Ibrahim Silla, the minister, when this port concession was signed, did he waive anything for Al Bayrek? Let him answer that question. Did he waive?
Yeah, the way things are going, it will just be, you know.
No, but I started by saying they will not give us the contract, because I have looked for this contract everywhere. I can't find it anywhere, unless I went outside and found it somewhere else. That's how I got to know these things. And I think Dr. Gajiko also has done a fantastic job of revealing what is in this contract. We all agree it's an opaque contract. But I said...
So, okay, if government claims that the Africa 50 contract is published, you're saying the Al Bayrek contract has not been published?
I'm saying I have not seen it.
You've not seen it, okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, Silla, in that case, that's a need, apparently. Let's have that. Okay.
But you see what I'm saying? Instead of sticking to the issue, they go personal.
And
I'm not going to accept that anymore.
Thank you, Uncle Larry. Don't accept that. Uncle Larry, Uncle Larry, Ibrahim Silla lañuy yabate kanata kotenki. I know you're trying to be very responsible. You are very responsible, and you are very diplomatic. You are UDP into the and people. Wala nani molka for UDP and people 690. Can nenne. Look at how Uncle Larry comported himself, and he even referred to him as minister to show respect. Ibrahim Silla didn't melento. Wala ka Uncle Larry disrespect platform to for Peter la ragle. You can mu minister. What is so special about being minister? Yalo ni minister ya kofu ngakante demile. Because Gambia only minister ya muta malaika yaleti. Who cares Ibrahim Silla if you are a minister? Ite tenkun na bang. Foide dung ike la sangole santo bang. Ine molbe ke la dumale. Ine molbe ka tama bankole kam. Ika wulile. Molka menke kake imu hadama dingo dronete manke malaikati. But I feel later they found for Peter Kafo, we will not allow this kind of rhetoric here. This behavior. And Ibrahim Silla is not fit to be a minister. Abe minister ya lante tala minister ya tala bulude. Because baro ba tula jele because baro momo ka UDP kamfandi abe tula minister ya nade. Wede ka perform onada. Second moment ka UDP neng. Second moment ka futa ika microphone ham farambe NPP ngol organize a protest. Ate Ibrahim Silla bayla. Yalo nga fali janne. Na be jila ni Ibrahim Silla be jila nyole. Because baro mantara Gambia baro be menati momo ka UDP ngol kamfandi ika Gambia no disrespect wala na Demba Sabali also abenyin faran tambulu manyala so that he can stay longer to be a minister, because you have to, because you never deliver. So the way they can keep hold on to their position wala eta radio to nyum kuma balf Ibrahim Silla du moda man kala Ibrahim Silla ti ndenga alon nte kangolala adango ada kalantale so ala nyin kalabante ya aka woleke pour Ibrahim furu adama borosa ha imati Ibrahim be mankala Ibrahim tele jawyata nyunuto baroka di amotene ala mol nyuni ngamel be sudi yare utuma aka wole fo CDC fele nyum mol butongo lo odo CDC be QTV barabe NPP le oduma ma declare formally le anim baroka communique le sidi yalon kamnef nata da ni UDP ngol nata QTV ay wuri wol kan ay wol attack ay wol fenge ay ta no baro ya fay no a good job like hey sidi ni adama baro meta dugalantela duma walatina Ahmed Jite atebe dibole kono braba kirila jang ha west ko tele lola je watan dol ngala ne ko NPP te alondi la je CDC se alondi la je, because CD was at the QTV but he was never independent. Aka mbubo independent but what I found compromise. But shame on Ibrahim Silla. And all platforms should condemn Ibrahim Silla for this. But how many platforms will chastise Ibrahim Silla for this? Probably is here. Nindoma Nembala BMG. Mboka platform will be lamay. But many platforms will not even talk about any rude behavior. Hey, why should you get domi UDP more definitely? Ni UDP ngole nyinke. Did I go discourse super bengon? Say the Ibrahim UDP. Why should they behave like this? That's why we cannot trust these people. Then na friend Mamadou Aliou Ndiaye tata post ba safe. But NPP officials can act this way and nobody will talk about it. So, NPP, they are lucky in a way. They are getting a lot of, support from people who claim to be opposing the government, but in a disguised way, if I can put it that way. Domi Adama therefore complex. That's why I say who said man can munuma 419. Because suma boba be def de doh. Nkungo katamale. So I'll go continue la mo Ibrahim Silla. Lambe fenko ñu continue la for clarity. Promolialo Ibrahim Silla is not fit to be a minister. And amanka damade. I have found any minister palasoro, but Ibrahim Silla mbavole be you are not fit to minister daji ko tela. Minister yalo nyanta alpha jikolo sotola. Even ni mole kamfaring iteta kamring. Palaso inyanta wole bunyal. But Ibrahim Silla ila ñu anga issue. Kana wasama mola minister palasoro. Adandi suwokono probably adandi wono, but don't take it outside. Immediately dun de la minister motola ila ñi anga problem o fay ni journalist will be interview la kana kamfa ye ñi mañale fana ngenu membe caring you almost walk out ide Ibrahima G Sankare al kamfa dal walk out of the studio no mo Ibrahima G Sankare da stuff for mam rete walk out ngana kamalela. Okay, I'll not lama Ibrahim Silla. Yeah.
The best interest
Uncle Larry, sorry.
by signing these contracts.
No, Uncle Larry be mentioning Kakanjam.
And that has got nothing to do whether I am a so-called
Ibrahim Silla, Uncle Larry ko contract yung company from Al Barikalomba nyinata company nyin tondi fam nyin Turkish company. Ini me contract ozai. Uncle Larry got a contract document on Yininka. For Fanaka Songo. Ibrahim Silla should happily submit that should be for public consumption. Because Yaloko Calabante Alebiji contract union. Doka soul from the complaint can. But I'll not continue. So Manta interjection Babla like continue. Phoning up a bit another name. I'll be like Bantabala. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Allah Barakaba. Afelanga.
Sila, 590.
Wati ilafta.
Government is taking, including our 20% share of the profit, is the gross revenue of 4%. And that they are going to take over the salaries of all the operational staff. They are going to take over the operational cost of the port. Put all these things together. If you monetize them, Gambia government may even go beyond 50% if you are going to monetize this thing. It is quite unfortunate that the likes of
Sila, just listen to me. You talk about risk. What risk is there? Was Gambia Ports Authority coming to the government for money to pay the salary of their workers? Was the Gambia Ports Authority not paying dividend to the government? So what risk are you talking about?
The only time the Gambia Ports Authority paid dividends following the coup of 1994 was 2018, and then that was given in 2020 and then 2021.
So the port,
it's only when this government came in.
So the port was profitable.
Started paying dividends. So I'm just saying this because these are records. No. The records are there. The facts are there.
No, but the argument always has been, why would you give out a profitable entity? I mean, it's not like nowhere.
Giving out is a partnership. Consider there is no port in West Africa or in any part of Africa apart from Guinea-Bissau and the Gambia that is in the hands of the government. We argue this over and over and over again.
Okay.
We have argued this. This man that is sitting in that
again, we will not countenance, personal attacks. There's no point about that. The point is you have clarified the 496. And that is okay. If you have additional information, then maybe we go ahead with that. Do you have anything additional?
I mean, it's just a clarification that I needed to make because to have on this type of misinformation is just
which has been made. Asila, thank you so very much. The guest is Larry Sise. Let's continue. Yes.
I wanted to ask Ibrahim.
Bambas Bambas. Can you comment, Bambas, so that
this port concession was
Bambas, comment, Bang.
Did he waive anything for Al Bayrek? Let him answer that question. Did he waive?
Yeah, the way things are going, it will just be,
No, but I started by saying they will not give us the contract because I have looked for this contract everywhere. I can't find it anywhere unless I went outside and found it somewhere else. That's how I got to know these things. And I think Dr. Gajigo also has done a fantastic job of revealing what is in this contract. We all agree it's an opaque contract. But I said...
So, okay, if government claims that the Africa 50 contract is published, you're saying the Al Bayrek contract has not been published?
I'm saying I have not seen it.
You've not seen it, okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, Sila, in that case, that's a need, apparently. Let's have that. Okay.
But you see what I'm saying? Instead of sticking to the issue, they go personal and attack you. And I'm not going to accept that anymore. I've taken a lot of flack from these people. I don't think they represent the best interests of this country by signing these contracts. That's my feeling. And that has got nothing to do whether I am a so-called financial expert or not. I've done that abroad for more than 20 years. And I've done it quite well. So let him just come out and tell us as taxpayers what he has done with this contract. I'm challenging him to come out and say, I have not waived anything for Al Bayrek. I'm challenging him to say, the Port Authority is not profitable, and that's why we are concessioning. And I'm saying it is very profitable. It is paying dividends, according to him. He's saying only when this government came in. That's misinformation. The Port Authority in Yahya Jammeh's time was making money. It was paying dividends.
True.
It was doing the same thing in the Jawara regime.
True.
How come a profitable entity like that all of a sudden will be concessioned out in this opaque way? 80%, 20%, 96%, 4%. Who is going to condone that from our national leadership? And you are telling me all the stakeholders have been consulted. Did the stakeholders subscribe to this opaque shareholdership, 80%, 20%, or 96%, 6%? I would say no.
All right, it's coffee time with Peter Gomez. We're live on 92.1 megahertz on the FM band. For those of you listening to us online and later sections of the program will be on YouTube. We're going to another commercial break to acknowledge the support of the people.
Okay, Maringolo, bao Peter commercial break la. Ndebe video post la jane bari mba play lale where the public reaction more la question out to Ibrahim Sila ba doya kanyami albe jefana moy lale
Never share. Also, and I've not said whether I source this internally or externally, but I have looked everywhere for this thing. When I come to these platforms, I do my homework.
True.
And when I come, I talk authoritatively. I don't just come and spew things. Now, his reaction shows that we elected these people to govern this country.
Well, they were not elected. We elected the president.
I said they because it's the president's government. Okay. I'm saying the entire government. We elected them to manage our affairs. And we are paying taxes for them to do that. When you pay taxes, you have to ask tough questions of your leaders. That's what we are doing. That's the role of the opposition.
True.
There is no misinformation here. What I said is what he repeated, minus his personal diatribe. And I think it's very unfortunate for a state minister to come answer to my questions and then go personal.
Absolutely.
It's unfortunate. And I didn't expect a cabinet minister to behave like that.
True.
I want to make something very clear, Peter. When we say transparency, accountability, probity, there are audit reports, several of them, like I said, 5 years ago, such as the Secure Report report. The Secure Report contract is $160 million.
160 million, not billion.
No, million.
Okay.
Dollars. That's the Secure Report. When you travel, you pay. When you go out, you pay. When you come in, you pay. That contract is opaque. We have the Banjul Roads. The Banjul Roads project, which his ministry oversaw, at the time was $2.4 billion, which was 41 million US dollars at the time.
I thought they said 35 million.
No, 41 million. Yeah, cost overruns. Do kick in. Now, when you look at how those roads were conducted, the flooding that they created, you realize these people are not serious with the infrastructure that they claim they are doing, and they are spending something like 2.4 billion on the streets of Banjul alone.
Okay, the flooding happened while the project was ongoing. Since the completion of the project, we haven't had any flooding.
Yes, I said that in another platform. Yeah. I said the first year or so, there was flooding. There is no flooding. But I'm saying the cost cannot be justified. Okay. Just like the cost of the OIC roads cannot be justified because of the unit cost of a kilometer. He told you here, through Lamin Mane, my colleague, that it cost them about $6 million US dollars per kilometer. And we are saying international standards suggest that it should not go beyond $1 million. Now, they need to audit those OIC reports. In fact, the entire OIC operation need to be audited. Rather than the minister coming on there to justify things, audit them and release the audit report.
Is that the responsibility of the National Audit Office?
Yeah, okay. It is. You have the Fatmata Bar Foundation issue. That started in 2017, where $35 million is.
You guys are listening. These are UDP experts. Let me put a stop to this.
They don't know where to put it. So
for those who say UDP doesn't raise, these are the questions that our experts raise, neither the coffee sign. This is Uncle Larry Cisse talking about the Banjul Development Project, talking about the contract of 160 million security port, Alkanyan Fimenjo, Nimansekonda, the OIC road toll, Mansekonda ko kilometer, I cost $6 million when it should be $6 million, when average international standard should be $1 million. Tapalaya kadaje, come motol me in fana yesang. So na molu nita da radio so ninga molu moi iko UDP bukadiamu corruption ola. What planet are you guys living on? UDP is such a structured political party. Dr. Mane will go, Uncle Larry will go, Mr. Koma will go to member hearing. Kadiamu Gambian Holie. Amanke ko mo kilina kataka wacha de Kadiamu then told UDP we have all these strategies. So this guy knows what he's talking about. He knows his stuff. He works internationally. And this is as a financial expert, this is what he knows. Unlike Ibrahim Asila, me along abe tamambalula in Dakar, Malabe Moneke in Ghana, God knows what he was doing in Dakar, in Ghana. But bring out Ghana, they have to telephone online. I got to online radio call. He was an activist in Dakar. So say where from the Minister Palasot. What do you expect? Well, he will go personal, he will go and attack, he will act such childish. And I cannot agree more with what Uncle Larry said. He did something on Bialonko is not befitting the portfolio of the minister. Minister Palazzo Kumayatale. But Ibrahim Silla will be funding in Palazzo Dore Malong. They don't know the value of, just like Balo doesn't know the value of presidency. Gambia Lenny Minister Siva Lesot. Ninjindara International Conference. Well, Ibrahim Silla at the airport or a Kabe Mokelendila. For Ibrahim Silla Nyandakala Minister Dile. Dole a confront hani sirin jay na la kumbe moy sirin jay confront airport to la baba sirin na be tempo de bari Ibrahim Silla mo la lafta nyapila wala camera kam na be ngo video fana jere so Ibrahim Silla fo nyanda la ministre yalla le bam al nga tonya fo dukare Ibrahim Silla mom fit ka ke ministre ti ama daji ko soto yeta radio to sonka ini mo le ben silo ko sonka yeta rally to yafi be mol attaque la abe pour ni ministre ya so Uncle Larry be tendula be jayla me continue then we will continue. Ning audio they are available the formal tole and the Uncle Larry said to know. Go another topic kibarole do futata mo fanang iko kek sane abe contract wala do ko men dawol fana ya fonyondile because iko atata nyim protest o na gala protest so I commence kundale tongo dete ani melbe contract wala wali ya fondi so aya diam dala ko ya just carry waralla but ate he demanded 1 year because 1 year contract long so abe samala kiti wala bari ali gambe de la kata silomena so is it a crime kata do ko wala bari kata as civic right express so kek sane fana yala contract terminate melia employee kibaro do varam fundita madam Fatoumata Jallow Tambajang ika fanan kakana lo president yalla way Gambia mo neex rek no Gambia is very interesting it is see Kabrin 2021 momam bama moy abe tering abe tengundi bango kan the last time I saw her birata num for Dakar lombang anim baro tata bala Macky Sall ne ngaje camera to birabo do ndema je ko dem wadi do fana ngaje Omar Wale interview abe kaskan Mamadou Tangara lay mala candidate Umar AU ay mum place la place mum na rolo na Fred non bi wodo mo be freedom naka communiquer le ban say na ko communiquer so avant nga kan halo ngaje dole a report ngaje mi screenshot ko ni ga fara la president so biri ngaje nde mu metale bare man surprise because Gambia presidency saying because Barrow is there, everybody thinks that I can be president. Yes, Madam Fatoumata Jallow Tambajang has the qualification, the knowledge. But in the problem of Gambia phone, it ain't a series, you wait until 1 year to election, you can president. Yeah, but for 2 years to election. Feel like you're about to tell man, Lord, the moment you at new body. Hey, let's be serious as a country, man. Molbe batalim banko kan, ibe mollab Cordal Boyla Jang, ite ko you are a politician in Mandiam. Gambia lolo kumbo kan jang sallaji dindingol ñi dindingol men bantaten ñi sirop me alon ko ya di dindingol la ifata 66 moma Madam Fatoumata Jallow Tambajang diam ko so ndol Gambia non la ñanda sila so moli la keloke moli fengo so 1 year to the presidency iko man mako yello limo am Gambia legi de limo am ci dëkk bi ha kilam lañu wara jital ki mo wara am waye from 2021 to now yo da nga nopi hey fo Gambia atola men mol kumol bu ka tama bal bar yalla Gambia wol be tenkundi ne de Gambia wol be sirne be tenkundi te hey ni la fi the presidency ñini la you have to work kabirim from 2021 to now Gambia wol yaaje ko you really want to be there for them ni Gambia wol kumbo de kumbo bar etra siri la comfort zone no, Gambia is very interesting. Gambia. For mole jela doro. Ano alwe candidate jamala jela sign. Because munekeda, dole bije will car express so that near the time they will do the Dr. Caesar style. You form your little group. You got political if an bargaining power position sort of konfaranga kavole sort of koma. So this coalition talk is coming. Yes. But coalition of Dukare, Menkara Lasa Wokanaki. Moe Kafundin Shoto, I not random coalition, your Minister Palazzo Diala, will be in the Dagaselale. Otherwise, this is going to encourage this. Everybody will just go and form a small group. Yes, they are political party, small bopper. Then a movement. So, Ning Minister Palazzo Sida, Kariaka Minister. Odolbi Wuliajeko, okay, near the time, Gatanga Baro endorse. So Barrow ambassador ti jana comme Fatoumata Jallow Cissé même bulatan UDP ko lay mol neng ata vanay Barrow endorse fa ya jame fo disrespect ñing Gambia palasolu ñu non la pro bar UDP ko lo al nga continuer na politiko la nga sabarota nga ñomuta wala na la Ousseynou Dabo fanal na interview do biya ko makile nevo momo alaji Ousseynou Dabo buña wallahi manya dol bije manya nakala so fisialus ha ngamara sa india mo bantal fereng momo ya bunya ite ko ala Ousseynou Dabo le nyaato ngol ya bunya le ika manya men ke social media ngamere nyanta block la ablala ni ma bola ko takam de ma parti leader respect as simple as admeta nyum fola jan bari yalon mo dol bije wol mo bu ko falino ha but we hope so. So ngana broda fanang nga video le je Musa Suso. Musa Suso fananga be diam ka kana rally le organize NPP ni sol be fola jana karlo le kara jana president Barrow be ni ci karle jile ha meñi foñin kolu albe fenkela dana sambata njaay fenkela Musa Suso fana bala pion dundi kan and wolu ngala ko mo fo janne kombo ngolu dukal kana so moyal nene kombo atolle ka man sakunda faling ma rural Gambia disrespect bari kombo atolle voice shota pour ka man sakunda faling kombo ale lo banko faling al kana so Musa Suso yal nene ko Musa Suso ate man sakunda be siring akatara wole no Musa Suso fu toy mu tak Musa na mananke opposition ti ala korosi bigo ñunu kala fika dima domon Musa be no APRC le baro nata abe baro anu ni baro bata je ni masa kuna lo sira be talo Musa boko opposition yake amanke a banko la kola ate o ay dia doron ali mani ali mulungol jibe ali la appearance ol jibe malla fi batala katala bula masa kuna motol kono ka president ke commandi ka nin solu fa ka mbucu bajol ke mulla lopitanol be problème o kono mol struggle ka wo banko kan cost of living is high it will give me a celebration kana iko kana meeting bale commandi combo ate dawda diajare ka katara wala ndenyi mosi fali la ko kan jahal nko albuka si alel fo jibe mo se tlaite ite man principle so ite tra man sakunda no ma dron iko ite bata it's very sad wala na wadi soto dajang amang kanso to NPP atada diamo membe kira be complain ha ndol fana wadi soto mem fongol jelale bar briya commandi sa ya duni NPP executive so everything is honky dory saka kana kombon kolle abina ya la dal nene la ba ñu celebration ol kela atol be mochati ndine soto laji ale do moru ba ke lun kilinge tabiri ba ka le foni yeta ni sol fale fengeje den atay continental enjoyment ola moto nyimal be fela lampol be fengela kol be kala kodol be soto la atole tar batari ni sa no fom yeta illi on non Gambian wol fom register yalo ngala ko mo do man fa jan allegedly ikaka involved te ñu la ko fonkante jaaxal le fam Gambia modol be jela ko kola tabaki ko mongolo Gambianol jigitala ale falindiro men ke 2016 ale falindiro ko kotengi carte fayla jama majority de kombole nali afay mele wolbe kala president no matter what happens of country atolle ka decide atolle ka atol fenko ba atolle bulu decision o ba atolle bulu because carte fayla me kombo woto bolonkono yes bolonkono fana important ale santoto important ale every vote matters but atollong fen kemme ka solti nali afay dame bolle be ganyela anu baroye nyin korda boyo kala ma fongola aballa koral boy la bringa be koral boy la Musa Suso man funti ayal defend bari bi akaka natol le nene biri balla koral boy la sallaji biri be jo boy la Musa Suso funti ayal ma koy bam maaje video to de amal hati wotumo alla kenol fele be jama ba dundi la dispute kono Musa Suso mum ma koy le kal bari bi aka ko funda aka kana rally le organize aka kana meeting organize because of a interest ndolu bantaba na radar is on ni momo be mathematical Gambia la information be futala janne if you think people not hear you you think you are going to do things on the down low ndolla agent solve dula belo tandal buke long algadra sera la bunkono ha ketate ne sambata da jana fengeta ja hey ni manta kukendo ke kan ibe silala le yalo bani ni be kukendo ke be ka sila ali tenkun ali bankoje tubabu duje niaje tubabu duke ta tubabu duti ye bankole kanu iminki la kun kilimo ko wala noma bara toli tra la kun kilimo noma doron mo fa be tra la ni jiko sof la nyawnya ite wati ay dia doron fu toy rek nga tak yo bam façon nit nga ite mo mosi faleti honestly some of these people attitude is sickening anyway mbela en tol yelo la saying Bambas saying if you can is a more similar ngela moderator ya approve le nga you have a moderating right so I will have an additional 2 moderators, but in total for the moderator, I'll let them know. So Alzheimer line is open. So more fun dun kachako about analysis ahead of the convention in Seattle on Saturday, European Diaspora Convention, where our party leaders right now in the US, they're heading to Seattle to attend the second Diaspora Convention, which is kicking off tomorrow. It is Simon Bastola Day, and then Saturday is the main day. All geared towards fundraising, European Diaspora Convention. So, information or Jala Tele sign. So, Memo Tala, my camera is here, and Somana is here. Yeah, lines of Burunga Diala, not Patino Diala. Alabarakabat. Welcome. Yeah, my sister, my television.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yo, mbali be kontan na brother Sek.
Enembara.
Abala fana jakalo fanga ka wara niya mo fango Gambia fango. Iko jumala kaka na patiyolo.
Ani da kaka na lo presidential
Thank
you. Madam Fatima Jallo Tambaja.
No, brother Sek wa abala fale fanga ka wara sometimes fanga nto ka kam fale ngadi minna fala bo mbukalo mbekele nyam because Gambia fango ni mira sometimes.
Gambia go jahalo wartal. Tamay Gambia. Ani malabi jele le jele.
No. Wala man. Alko Gambia sign gombe banko kela tenere banko bita tenere
Yeah.
It's very sad. Honestly.
Is that Honorable Suleiman Saho? Ako, when are you going to invite me? I confirm. Suleiman Saho, Honorable Lomba. It's on Facebook, but yeah, confirm. Yeah. Yeah, my akoja halo warta. Ne njahalim ba mala koto dro.
Jakalo warta broda seko. Alko sign. Yalo ni ko be kumodo fala. Ka fintile nyimpa mo ka fintile ka fa fala benne na bari. Billah wala Gambia. Wallahi Gambia be wala nyoka.
Alam mara Gambia mero kaka na lole de budu okay. Gambia be dula. Mala patio ko vanilla.
Last time nga for platform dole gam kuma ta nyino ni nyankoro ele ka woni ka fa me halo la president ya aso mo ngannen dire ka mo itila dole ko bar Gambia ba.
Okay, Honorable, may invite you. Welcome. Thank you for watching, Honorable. Even Gambia, le bang foi betra Gambia. Honorable.
No, sometimes
Yalo mengan jahali. Ye Gambia fo ñu man Gambia fo respect may. Sister ma yalo mala keri. Nte kan ñe Gambia drone ye politician also mel kata li fo la.
Yeah.
Ikata li fo la. Ni mol peut-être election la eta si eta holiday la yala hajol be ye batum for 1 or 2 years election ina kuma bal fo jang.
Exactly. So ibina mune fongo kala bare nyim be tata nata Gambia karte faylalu ko bal tolle bulu adun keso bal tolle bulu adun atolle nyanna nyin ko bondila because no one no Gambia fongo natara Gambia fongo serious nation nete fo party nano fongo nyanna soto la
Gambia 15 political parties in say toll from fono and say read I think next time I'm going to read according to the Mel ni yes iko political party tani lulu wala Gambia
so sa ngamira mbe munekela momo la sate mo o ila korda mo be carte o ibari be carte o fayla wala kodi bayri mom hadama di ngoma mensi ni wo mo ka bona left and right kaneka fo mbe party lola mbe president yale nyinila malo jumale be carte mo be carte o fayla jumale fango isila
ngabara docteur malo vo docteur Aïssatou Touré fanang
mo be carte o fayla jumale isila
Aïssatou Touré fango Rabi Sindi Helman malo va fana be lola le ba
abala faka wara dala na jangalo faka wara but anyway Gambia dingolu baro fela fintana la molu binal nene kan kotenk afela fintana la molu binal nene kan kotenk sanji say sign baro e mune kaliya na e mune lo ali en ko se ni las carte fa e kalera balle san aye ku akono ay sadal bonde bira pareta adi alle kali tabirol kal kono alna famunela anali yemune na faso to jali
ane maymuna balde sami maymuna balde den karerol be yaay la ko tay
ndu woma dingol bal fala babu wela ndu hani bi dingol bu hayna kumbo kan babu wela hani bi hani soma so baro fela tenta kota kanala nyin criminalolu be banko dingol binal nene la kota ke
baringo yenna boroda la mañaaje ñaadi le Ibrahima
Silla yalo wala banko kelo 2016 ake kensangolete be para afanke moliye jele fengole fanat ake kensangolete be para afanke moliye jele fengole fanat because no one tenu banko modol ka boate dako no man ko modo nyinya sutiyata dala man nyinya foro
ndenga mera nyini jamme fengole nyinga ministre no system mai denuna asemol neng struggle ko no fam ni jamme nyinga ministre no atabete yalla
abanta yalo Gambia no Gambia mbe lusol tala nga nyonya ko no bitan kanyo jibe because no one no mbate jande molbe
mbate bula kata azumana ya azu ibega abaraga system mai azuman anzu one man ini mbara mejan ron kota na de
mai kondom yang seri malam pun balik call lah bang, kami kalau malam tu 2019, 2021 nombor tu 19, mana so somewhere around there, metal. Unko ini kan sila ni ya jamnya employee.
Ha, ina na ya for janne, yes, I can remember. Ya for it, yes.
Ya ya moje, among jarak langsung ni ya jarak apa itu kamu.
Ha, tonyalo.
Ni palasul big ni kung kayo mo ni o ni mo ni dalang ka mantara so ya ni mantara penki kan hindi fo igara tila palasul lo
ani imanjala
number 1 ada number 1 yana ni demba sabar ni smile si senyor you know so I don't incoming for opposition on la carola yani seri mo bere konyalo sondo mo bere konyalo ani konyata mo so membe keren Gambia tinyaro me keren Gambia mo bere lo mola kona atra ko ikita eluna but any sound minded person abe alo me keren Gambia tinyar sitar Yang mana berapa 3 out of 4 or 2 out of 4. Ya di seri one thing lebih kiri. Ya di Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam kola there is no perfect person. Yang mau ke Dauda niya kis. Ida fault jalan kalau kada bagi ala nature. Na kan bita adamala. Orang maninya. Aduh ni aku bila membeda yang tinggi tu. Kenapa dia yang tinggi orang lagi. Jadi, mari tinyarum be Gambia. Ya di tuko ani in 1.6 billion mega ko akan balance office ka atlas world
1.6 billion among a million today
billion 1.6 billion yes 1.6 billion
yeah
ko sai ye mira ni area control movement there from 2017 ye ko woni be so ya be tinya ni 1.6 billion bonna ko ya jo fenel
fenel la je
anu more than Gambia ko community so called people many from the so called carnality in and outside Gambia in ya bale to bale but they not say about it
ibuga dia maladi they will not talk about it
ya din dia mo da na ko ke do be bufu abe ko lan na dia dan ka ko nga ya ron ku kli te la karam mo jam to ko la karam mo jam arab karam ala ma ko Canada ko de son no mo da Canada bari ni de son no mo fen bono nyoto imang karam fulo mo fen no ka iti la bono mata nyaka sto Germany no la fa enti ko ni mo fulo nga iti la ko mbara fa because the thing is it in the western world ya ila muso ni ko ika system of support so ko min ya ron ko jara ro mo de kay dan do mo mo de kay kamu bekerja, ni kurang efektif kamu bekerja. Saya ni atra ko itu ni Allah SWT tema. woman sakuna man sakuna dinin beda e kam ni wandiya e na next la Gambia
aja halo warnalde
take your family and then go back to Gambia because the government is on the right footing. Everything is okay.
Yeah.
Now, see that.
Ibrahim Dabo, is a mute no bang, please. Okay, ngamero wo makalam da ka sele telephone ba na drop. Yeah. Don't be jeka sele edukalo.
Yeah. So, say nin abo nyamo. Mol ka soto min yaron ko ibe twabu. Inyaya din bikir hanni man karan tareng. Bari inyaya din de ko kendo do. Inyan ta wo ngani so bela banko ni mo ken. Bari ni mun do la problem on is ya je nobody no fanan fale ni da talla. Bari nobody no ni na fata. An ko kan da banko mun ni ko. Ite be sirin bla de na faso do kan ni. Dolbe din ko ko le bla mi ya ko be ko reali. Bari wole tara wo kono. Wole tisara le right person da ali o ke je ko do ni wo.
Yeah.
E kaya muske wa min fere ko e kala patio. Ako 26.
Amam patio ngame kaka be lola president yalla budu malo va be patio lola le malo.
Yeah, okay. But even more or less the same. Ako 26 na pani ali atima function political party form. I get a political party with sharing bango kan. You get those people together to change the system all kumata word. What is different? What is different from 2016 and what is happening today? So, ni mo be adeko, ni mo nyanda volunteer no kan. Mo be adeko mo be nyanda volunteer no kan. Adu, ya di all political parties coming doi ani UDP. Ibe no tolde. And the agendas are valid agendas. Sa ni mo ni nyanda ko kabar ni nada. Ibe stay. Na agene all of a sudden, it make a melt into ruling party. So these people are not serious people. Even they are more antiquated, nobody should even pay attention to them. More than me, you can Bancola Cairo, Bancola Nyarga, the brown. But people like you guys are saying, one man to
Yalong, my brother, Yala Menkante Jahali. Do they even sit down and reflect for a second? They are representing the country and minister responsible for the country, make cabinet position there. So na attitude, na dajiko, and in na palaso nyanta tala. For Abraham Silla, a Kemira or for Abraham Silla thinks he still those Bravo journalists at BBC can report or whatever. So I'm going to have palaso to ba. Exactly. Tonya. Yalo listen, Adama, my brother, yalo the problem, Adama level. But Ibrahim is like a nyaonya, I'll experience a life or whatever. Adama woya fanje nyim kool kono le drom. Wallahi, ima fo dale lata Gambia la.
Just like this position. He has never thought about that. And look, these people are birds of a feather. They are the same. There is no difference in them. Maybe or is aware, but I'm not aware. Greed, what a reason of conceal. So he can't see anything. I think just to protect his position. They are hungry people and they are looking for survival.
Ndio de malo mundu malabala pamito apply la Ibrahim Silla. Ala iko kana protection la.
No, sometimes more na biamuka ala fahamu sometimes they can't understand.
Ndio be la fly protest de. Because nga kek sana interview ma kek score ni Ibrahim wol funde protest e tol gala fana me counter protest kala. Nga gambele be diala nyinang protest e ke drong. Ha.
He's not looking at that. You can be but he has to please Adam Barrow. Anybody in NPP, now the ala force ala nania follow. All of Adam is a contact. I don't know. 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 Adam is a con You come in for a canteen, go, I don't know, me or manja. So, one minute about that, maybe what most is an apple of Monday. One month of cook, Adam and Mother. I don't want to think, I don't want to think.
He doesn't think outside the box.
No, I'm a box from
Honey, within the box for African mirror.
Inside the box from me. It's morning came here and what there's anything Adam can implement other than getting money, how to get money. Adam's main thing is how to get rich. And that's it, nothing else. Whether we are going through pain, through whatever, he doesn't care because I never the minister saw that. I don't know, and a party minimum perform to the balance of that. Say, what about the ministers? What about the secretaries? What about the other ones?
Baraka bage nga kansala fananta. Thank you.
Okay,
kansala ebe nyari. Kansala ebe mute rene de. Yeah. Okay. Mbuka you understand Mulka join live too. This kansala has been here for quite a while. Kansala ebe jele ba? Ebe no mute lembe commande kan rek imam yi. Oh, ebe no mute le. Okay, go ahead. Barila.
So, but I'm for a real quick, Ben Lamoy can come for Mal UDP for near campaign start. UDP y'all won't take what to call it it can for me a season there. I don't call him doctor, What do you mean for Barola Koto before they join Barola MPP and in Sabali? They go for UDP, you take so today, so you use no because you need Barola damage already. Ning campaign over caring, they can use this. Calling campaign for rally the caring, they can use this. Ning video, ning tape should play. More language because Mojama lebe santo mini aloko. You can mean for Mojama manila kuo moy. You understand? So unity is easy to like in where I'm at in America here. They will use that against you in campaign.
Yeah.
What can more damage something for UDP.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Yeah, because
get troko kan. Yeah, play United Yala Sato Kono.
Ha. Will finish these people. I'm not get campaign go fund. Finish them. What will finish them? It will finish them. Then I'm gonna sort of what will them come go. Then I'll put you more for you.
No. Maybe my brother, Italy have for platform or but maybe payroll member UDB for Nambulo. So y'all mobile can have payroll for platform or
yes.
Yeah. So.
Okay. That's okay. I'm sorry. Well, think I forget. So I'm busy I'm on the road. So the business back so no one knows for this. So I'm not give something here.
Yeah, ngela give soldier. Thank you, Kansala.
I figured out now how to send it. So so thank you so much.
Thank you, appreciate it. Abaraka bake. Thank you. Okay, bari ngol bela maka UDP online bantabal. Thank you, Kansala. Momo gift jija. Molben bebe la moy kan TikTok, mele platform share, mele like so share, ngal bela contribution, mele Facebook fana ni YouTube. Ngal fenga baro Moscow to kroshi ben jibe kanjane mole in sambalal kam batu ngana fo jam platform to ye na sambala rodi tedi juka sisela modole ko akalla platform aka follow back la barakate mantra TikTok ago dugara alka comme banta baka men kal fanan ka oke alka broadcast on Facebook, YouTube and TikTok at the same time to kroshi mole in sambala so nkai go well me sambala rodi lale Geico, maybe if I don't say broadcast on all the networks at the same time. So because I can't catch a jama balamis at a TikTok. So now I'm TikTok, I will dia will follow. So more than sambal can I offer. I'll say broadcast on at the same time coming bantaba kamenke. So I call after walla. I'll join on YouTube, on TikTok, what honey Facebook damani TikTok from Damadama Kanyanda. So I'll pass on the message to Now to Kurosima what technology understand, but maybe Jukaba understand that. To Kurosima Bricam gold it all near Burfun call in Gaba for Bricam gold technology manjam. Tema for the Fengon call like Bob Ture also complain about that. Imagine Mojamalaka complain only. Kali broadcast Facebook at the same time. Second campaign you can see. I'll cannot TikTok dama. Iko mo be mantra TikTok. So Yeah, so more o message dinna Allah hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. So call us all our last segment lom. Nimmo after diamla. Gambia la kola. You give a general advice to people on state of affairs of our country. Yeah, you can. But in the meantime, I can continue to play this interview with Peter Gomez nam Fenke. Janimbe kola la dosotolo. Janimbe program because maybe we have 20 more minutes. I'm gonna wrap up for today. Let's play this.
In our account. You know that story. Everybody who's listening knows that story.
But they explained that the money was used, to purchase air tickets so that they can go and attend whatever it was they are attending.
33 million? No, that's not acceptable. Let them bring that 33 million back to the treasury. It belongs to the treasury. It doesn't belong to her. It doesn't belong to anybody. It belongs to Gambians. And that is my point. The COVID-19 Ministry of Health scandal, 600 million Gambian dollars.
Yeah.
These are audit reports. Gam Petroleum, the famous Gam Petroleum, the court case and all, 1.2 billion or 20 million US dollars gone in that scandal. The Gambia Ports Authority, Minister Silas unit. There is just one unit, the ticketing unit. Everybody knows it was in the public domain. It was investigated by the police. It was referred to the Ministry of Justice, and it has been watered down. And it's still quiet. Nothing is happening in that area. These are the issues that we are talking about. When we say transparency, we are not saying they are not releasing information. We are saying you release the information, but there are no consequences for all this corruption that is going on.
True.
And you cannot call it anything but corruption because that's what it is. Now, if he comes and says it's not corrupt, let them take legal action to remedy this situation. That's what we want, and that's what the Gambian public wants. I'm not true. There is this National Disaster Management Agency.
Yeah.
100 million Gambian dollars.
Now for the many times the Sanada Haba
went to the National Assembly.
Mm-hmm.
The National Assembly has acted. It is dead. Nobody is talking about it.
Yes.
Anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There is this Abasanyang case. There is the mega bank sale. There is the renovation of the airport. The list goes on and on and on and on. And we are saying there is lack of transparency and accountability because government is not acting on these audit reports.
True.
A lot of economic damage is being done to the country and to Gambians. And we are sitting here arguing about an opaque agreement that gives a foreign entity 80% of our national asset. And we are quarreling about that on air. I am ashamed to do that.
Okay.
Chumwa UDP. Go. Jumale Kafoko Ngale Neko.
Let me do
Mbatuban. Mbadenga Uncle Peter stop them. Go. Momo Kafo Londo Mantra UDP. Itemari, you must be living on planet Mars. Hey! Patite Gambia me Londo so the UDP. I'm going to say that loud and clear on this platform. A patilete Gambia, nanata Londola, Karanalu, mena patios yeta United Democratic Party. Ngale nyin Londo kacha members, all based on wisdom, knowledge. Kamansa kundala corruption funti facts, factual information. Ni 100 million salada haba sinyaje lenga fo bantabaja. Hey, bantaba nyum du ñoo waxantu. Sinyaje lenga 100 million of jam is in the audit report. Sanada haba fonkato ala fo shehu sedide fata maben to wacha la ñu plato. Hey, sanada haba mbe to wacha lale. Ko Gambia no 100 million yo le labaj. Baro te kitindela i reporter sa fe la futata police olma state house ye singolo wakam. But inshallah ni falindro kera sanada haba alama alayso sinema bala. Subsequent governments will hold you on to account. Bawo ite ni fatu babaro like a dine and wine. And when you sekunda momo ni fatu babaro ka dine and wine, ite you are safe. Hey, alkatulu mola na folo scandals upon scandals. Ninga mole je diaspora je be tubabu duji ko itul ka NPP le support. Ndemalon fo ñu kungol la kaputa bang ndemalon. Al ñabe ñi scandal obela. hey aba sanyan tita kitiola fo ma vale banta baja ni la fitam proof rone aba sanyan sama kitiola adama barote aba sanyan sama kitio na ya samba albe kujala o case to fawo because manasi fawo implicate o wolan fenkol tole molbe diaspora jamme cordal dila yalla nana ngo fo janne baro fo mo interfere allegedly kay mol kolle otum abasanya milan ka jana kuntu jana because barole ka decision o taybe cordal dila mella wala na mol ka tay ka baroje hey alinga singa tenkung because baro has a decision bini baro ko al cordal karle be cordal dila yalla on tolu banta ba jam tol buka chahan jam platform bi du platform bi chahan kay platform bi banta ba no chahan tok ñun we deal with facts we bring information barole ka decision o ta jumale kan nga ñoo jox lan kan ñoo lolo tax ku bëggal lan rek da nga dem gis adama baro lolo dafa wara stop ci dëkk bi gis nga we have to get structures in the country you have to be able to get law without seeing the president. This is why the land scandal involving Abba Sanyang, Adama Barrow reportedly got involved and reportedly called Abba Sanyang. Some of the NPP supporters in the diaspora, Barrow, hey, nga dolu tofu aliye janne, dobe Switzerland, NPP supporter la balom, nga tofu jang, Amaria Fongolo, abeno UDP le, a churumpenda NPP, ye korradiala. Ye delegation of mental Saudi Arabia. Amari be o delegation o kono ite mu NPP support la baleti iko kata nyanta investment on la yedundi delegation o kono potential oil contracts a information o bebe sehu se dili bula jang ngale kon tol mu ñepe tol leti tol ka dundulal be loto NPP ngala kullo jamal le lo wala nani momo kafo ko president people should go and see the president. You are not helping to change the system. You should not go and see any president if you want land in that country. Go to the ministries. Go and put your application. Why should President Adama Barrow be involved in distribution of land? That culture needs to be cut. It needs to be scrapped. That's why I will never subscribe to that mentality. Let's be serious as people. Nani reserve lands will bring Abasanya Mbiji. Well, Abasanya is a court. Apply double comment. Sorry, you're not allowed to be sorry. Sorry, I forgot. I don't think I didn't know that anybody was. Apply double comment. Apply double. Okay, apply double is not hearing me perhaps, but you're there. Yeah, go ahead, Mai. Apply mandiam.
Yeah, long Ibrahim Sise Afoela Koeko. Ning UDP man sakunda na ta jantol be bitama tule.
Follow it.
Parola nyimolo. Ibe alonne be mennan dube kabo barola kana fodu male be alonne be mennan dube alonne be menke kan. Ndube alonne be Gambia dingolu fa kanyame be Gambia dingolu kumbondi kanyame. So wale atina itolu mo morndimbo man sakunda kono itolte pare la baro kana lo man sayale itolbe menkela pour ka baro nyora la masi bo kan drum iba pousse la drum pour ya fay ko lo man sayala ya hama lo presidency la again so nyimolu be nyimol momo man la fi baro la banko kan momo la fa la banko kan me momo la fi bali ya la baro la banko kan me ya la ni minister si because ala masi bo ala so man toro ibanyor ka woleka
Imagine Tunko ibe jumale fokan ako I met him in Gambia on the 6th of February driving an expensive car kori abante bang maybe abalom can you clarify akaya modole je Gambia 6th of February abe motor very expensive maybe abalom you know the abasambala kitiola na sister
exactly because memu problem oti ina bele be ku killing okon
no ay kulal loito ni asamba kitiola abela kulol le bondila
abaye woleke so ini abatitano kitiola barote aba ko minister jumale fa ministry kunda jele be baro la man sakunda kono me alonko amma masi bokuoke amma molla ko do sunya amma soto je bar ay jene samba kitiola ay jene samba komso ata akela because baro le fa katara ko be nyaton kaya
hako
kuriya ke to banko kan ko kata na fulo la tinyala karola barola katara leader barola ka ke leader tije nyindol ye bulano.
Okay, Njais Kobaro is here to stay. ila opinion on what we have no problem. Yalo Gambia ni moment diata yafo. Ite wala ite la mira nyati. Nte I don't argue with opinions because it's foolish to argue with opinions. Bari baro kafo baro man corrupt tale. Ala ministry corrupt ala sorry ala mansa kuna corrupt wala nema aba sanyan samba kitio. Bera aba bay hani sayang. Apply da bo ibi jele bang. Bari apply da bang ala join la nyina da mari nga drop. Ba men join the thing right now. You want to talk? Ba. Okay, but again, you know, more flow drop because don't be jega selele. Mamere, okay, I take a call letter, but I'm not able to phone not. Apply that one may drop la not able to the young lady join. My sister, my camera, Gambia Mansakuna ko jahlo water back.
Yeah, brothers, I do call a fan and Gambia fango ni na taji be fan Gambia fango fanja wole siata o banko kan. Fanja wole siata o banko kan. Ni ko be diam la ko do le safo ka fela ka mon na bar o banko to nyale fang tumaranke ya taji because of konko le be banko kan ya je broda se ko nin konko be banko kan aka ko be le tinyaji to nyaka tumaranke ya jele je no ka siya jele wuli ya fo ka siya jele na fikira ka siya jele abele ka keje ni konko be banko kan so baro na la nyi mansa kunda na la nyi criminalo.
Kevin, can you mute, please? Kevin.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, can you mute, please? Can you mute? Okay, you want to contribute?
Yeah, a little bit. None like involved in crucified, but anyway, coming sister coming for what about Kevin now? Coming Gambia, the only form of Gambia Jawdi.
Tonya.
Yes, what I'm called baby. Gambia Diulman, Gambia likely manna mammol million nafa, mammol horma million nafa. Military moldi coming like I'm not in a politics or anything else, but Niba Gibela Gambia, you know, I respect all lawyer Dabo, lawyer Usaini Dabo, I make a Kele Gambia la Kuala back. But we call that Gambians, you know, not all of we, you know, but mostly, you know, most of Gambians, you know, we don't respect. And Nitara give a baroba mobile katandika. But still, one more kilo level of la baro is see for what reason? One more kilo level of la baro is see. Mili yalonko banko mantratakan, yalonko kumantratakan, and at the next minute, isa for nyawo nya. But ninka ke for oside do mol change mo. Eka mene for eka ko barole win.
Ano yalong be malong, my brother. Eka ekole ba malo, but eka ekole a little bit. Malong for the headphone use can, but it's okay. No, you are good. It's okay. We carry on. Allow you to do that interview. Okay, Fatu, malum fa yalla mele biya nyini ngaro dole ka ko munandi na nimmol ko imal la fatela munandi buka katro fay Halifa Salai ako munandi buka fay ni mal la fi barola imal la fi UDP la munandi ma fa Halifa Salai, and that's a legit question. Munandi buka katro fay Halifa Salai, but is it any platform also Halifa is a good man, Halifa is, but they will not vote for Halifa.
Like Gambians, I think we are like, you know, we don't want to be free, you know, but because neither Rajibe, you know, never lived in Finland. I'm living in Finland, and I'm living in here almost 20 years. Finland. So and I was having, you know, I was living with a woman here, like over like, you know, maybe 13 years, you know, and then after that, you know, with all that, after I started to do my things in Gambia, Gambia, but nita da jibe, nakuol nimbe kono jam Gambia no le dunda nakuol kono because itele mira rotom teba felfen kang in Gambia. Maybe Nimuso Membenyoka Walatin and Kake. So, but even though Womuso Latin and Kake, then it's about a banco killing and the first thing can cast some banana bancoleka. I bet the bill in a fala. So, but coming till Banyamin, even Hussein Dabo or anybody else. But akakole ale puri yemo kulia yemo tambindi nyado yemo horoma because minekeda mo be ke mire kunela.
Ajibe memmen na politiko to bi nga hypocrisy men ko. Mbota Uncle Larry sisala audio le play la jang ay men ko coffee to kanyin corruption on bari bi mol kata platform to le e ka politician kari woda malika corruption di am Gambia UDP meta corruption men kele la kabri 19 ho ha ho bi mol kata ka kari da malika di am corruption nka are you out of your mind or you not been following Gambian politics or you are just a newbie into Gambian politics because UDP has been doing this from day one.
Last time Ngajenun Dole post, like in TikTok here, like ye Hussein Dabula interview Dole today from Malo Radio to Malo. So but more Jamaica mean comment, this old man is greedy.
Oh yeah.
If you don't come down, always Adama Barrow will win.
Yeah.
You understand? And I was commenting there, I never want to involve myself in this kind of things, Nenaman diamunin kind of things or anything. Always ngamol geleba diamulan katre lamoikam. But it's too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like to talk.
No, you need to. We are all citizens, my brother. We all have right to talk. Okay, mbadanganya drop. Sorry, mbadanganya drop.
Okay, mostly in the phone after Diablo, we are talking about the politics right now.
Yeah.
But in Gambia, Latina for Namba for Alena Breda. Nalba Diamula. Alkakanyana na Gambia loyal la telephone abe mol kono milba Gambia tinya come back.
Yeah, nyadi.
Gambia loyal. Itali ikakiti furun kele yakaiti furun dada. Purka mande property tabu. Just because of they have papers to be a lawyer.
But yeah, let's look at decision of that court. Jojo like a decision that.
No, father. Think about it. I don't want to talk about it here, We are talking about politics right now. But just recently it was happened to me. Lawyer me along ko ikatelo loyal bela kebat. Akatele kaito authority di mola pruwa into la kordata. Malaf ko fo jannak. Barnga file ngai ko ninda fam futere Gambia rek even if the phone ila do ko e babula la mbe soronga.
But my brother, let me tell you, you live in Europe. Ite alone ko lawyer. Hold on. I don't even want to know the name of the lawyer, but lawyer man sembe sotokela korata. Only kitu bundale setela korata.
Thank you very much. If for something jam, ikatelo loyal bela kebat right now.
Are they maybe a client or I will represent and I write to the client or represent, but
but mamin follow coming back political min right now. Na breda. Join tele and the macros favor UDP the favor min tole. And the malaf kalon for anyhow.
Never UDP level, but UDP la platform already.
Okay, thank you very much. But that's what I'm telling you. Na breda, I'm not going to platform or anything else. But if I want to talk about Gambia, let's respect people who were there for us.
Yeah.
Yes. Lawyer Hussein Dabo. Nimomo ma horoma. Like that, Madik. Ala bula boy singer killing from I president yake even have a killer one time. Father. Na GBS I made a call in la bakila nyadi. But coming camera ko nyin ya molba nonsense or like yin dangala ke kenola president that kenola thing. It's all bullshit. Oh, I don't even understand, those kind of people who are talking about, if they see cool for that, don't buy for a manding coating, fen coating. Welcome, Alako, me along, man, Dunia along at the yes. It ain't any more able to bank. It mirror phone, you move, see to Malaki. Funny more money quality, funny more floor, funny more fen quality. Why you want to know that? Madi. Na kambing, more kilowe banko jibe, and do more see the fana, father. Adama Barrow sitale, for 2 terms. So say, nga jibe boy, nga kewo nyama. Momo si 2 times, yeboje do si. Yaka nyama, emaka nyama, yeboje do si. Nyofu kalamalo.
Yeah, you're right. No, Abaraka Bake, no brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And the first time the Fanaka selling
Ibara Gambia minto mafane. Combo Sanyang. Okay, ila Combo Sanyang Kolu, get in touch with them because Combo le Carte Osiata. I have for UDP support. UDP is the right party to win in next election because yeah.
Father Nita Jibe, you mol mil beka mol kumandi kodo kina mano bantala fenko bantala boy. Abeba Saturday.
Yeah.
And the next week, you go to Itialo Mini or Sabu Banko and Jumala Sabu.
Yeah. Baraka. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you. Okay, nga mofla le soto Ibrahim Jallo and Paris. Kevin is a drop now, please.
Yes.
Thank you, Kevin. Mbadenge drop. Okay. Thank you. Paris, you there or you're muted? Paris, 400 join the Lamaka Lamuda. Ibrahim Jallo, ite bijele ba?
Go, kewama
Inimbara Paris, ibenyadi.
Valentine Bilai. Kewama nyinga memfono ngola fra wala fola bo abi bandale famboy.
Ifana ya saying Garek.
Boy, ndebe no APRC le, ndebe nothing can change. But in go boy, adiamo siata le boy. Ngadi pabila ngaji we meme mutari ngafana mbulu ngaje.
Ja, ite fana beno APRC le.
Ko modo regale njindi, man la fi ngadi am. Ngo ko woto wala.
Juma ye jindi platform juma le to.
Ndara platform do to meto nya fokam. Bari yalon to nya e gal bu kala fala boy. Man pabi e mem fo wolem to. Pabi do na se banko control mom do solo da Gambia men.
Bari ma platform o tolom. Pa ido is isaleta jele rek iko ilaf lo ya dawole ye jindi. Koramanke NPB, koramanke APRC la platform on. Yamara APRC platform on te. APRC platform on bamfo. Oh, you go happy 39 years anniversary. Happy 39 years anniversary, PDRS. Activist drama. Happy anniversary to you. PDRS, you go be like Sanjit Tansabaning Konontosora. Happy anniversary to PDRS. Yeah? It's a drama. Yeah, Paris or in Paris Mnefo. But dega what platform on a keyboard taken because if an Indian dosso to for left a lawyer da bolla. Imagine a drop la.
So we call that work for Kebata. Akebata Yan will bet yata. Only experience for Nigeria because I made a pool for knowledge. So in calling Juventus for Nigeria, Mutaring Abuluna Jube.
No, brother, Mela Kumakun,
but I got a pool someone Yami become Fari and say become.
Okay, my Yalon Jani Canare. My Yalon Jani Cana, Neo Foy. Na brother, nange makoi. Neo for Afoy ko. 2016, biri lawyer da funtita ka lo Gambia e fata da prison dindingol be lu mintola halay fan lañ nekkon be lu mintole dindingol be to lafta wo dindingol mo na biri Gambia be kolé yakon where were they, the young ones, where were they? Let them answer that. When Gambia needed change in 2016, where were all these young people? Why didn't they come forward to confront Jammeh? Monana molme kangol moy, who had their voices? Let them answer that question for us. This will think they are smarter. Look, I am not going to support anybody. You are at the age of adolescent. Mafoko, when you were a kid, I understand. When you're under 18, mofo. But anybody may be adult. Gambia was in dictatorship. You did not even open your mouth to say anything to Jammeh. Ye badon for Jammeh tata. Iko tei mol janta banko dile tella. Man se who said dile dumasi d'accord. That woman right lady. Nyin kebal le lot of banko e lawyer Usenu Dabo, Honorable Halifa Sallah, when Yaya Jammeh witchcraft ke janga tele lot Yaya Jammeh come from. Where were all these young people then? Yaya Jammeh Honorable Halifa Samba prison. You know kana mol yab. Where all these young people then? Why didn't they stand up to Jammeh?
da wala Gambia kata nyame fa alfa do bala fa la Gambia nan ngatare
Yeah.
ale ko do yo be ti nyata le ko do ka ngali ajele sai
Yeah.
al ngatare bu atu buga Gambia korosi boy baro ka system mo men sa nde wala na Gambia baro ko mon diande de bro.
Okay, Abaraka back at Paris. Let me go to the sister my
experience boy. Na time di fana na domoni hana be kala one day leti bena fansa.
Yeah.
Bena 1 week sa suneke sa bena 1 week Friday sa ñu gene fa pa di sa bana.
Yeah.
Way na fa nekk ñu gis lum amé boy. Mom tamit daf ko yaga gor lolu moy liggéeyam.
Yeah.
Nañ ko jox ku nekk boy. Nañ baye soxora.
You are very honest. You're very honest, brother. Thank you. My sister, you love the diam lale.
Yeah, left na brother la kuma kama men bamband la because ni na taji be from Gambia. Ntanga nera mole men no ka fo ko bausen ke ba tali selfish tale. Be pare e momban ko la interest je because ni na taji be Gambia fango dirin Gambia nte Gambia lo. Ke ba president du male na lo ta Gambia because Baba Jawara Birami na funding ke malena. Ya ajama funding ke malena. Nyins mo si femme beje funding ke male beje. So ke ba na manan si president yala Gambia.
Tonya.
Ke ba na manan si president yala je. Adu be pare fanan. Ni mu memman selfies. Inya nalo nelo ko nyin ke ba na ya tara fengolem wole ala fita wodron nela. Tombia be anengi ajame be do ko kelal. Adu na ya tara fanan al hani baro la man sakunda. Na tara lafta fengodron nela. O alafta la interest duronela tombia betara jela hanisai because Bangkok ye tara Bangkok ye keje vice president ye keje foreign minister sa ibe munenyin la kotake nita man la fi Bangkok so woto wole ya sabu Gambia yalon Gambia fan Gambia la ko bala faka wara be pare Gambia fan ntol fan to nyale pumaranke ya ta Bangkok nyinka because nimmo mo be to nya fele be to nya jela Ninta tata kita by president. Nkita foreign minister ya hani president ya fanto nyato nimme ya ano iba kala nyame. Okay? Natara na fulo dronnem. Wer Gambian ko linta malon kanje nyame nganin na miro suti ya ta nyame. Ma understand mbuka understand because natara nyinke ba greedy tanu. Tombi nu ngabe foreign minister ya mena betula wol. O tombi nu ngabe tula by president ya mena betula wol la ibula baro noma. Gambia ding ye Gambia ding
okay my malaviga interrupt sorry Njais member NPP ila commentolu I'm monitoring them. You cannot be disrespectful to the UDP leader and you come to UDP online bantaba. If you write this sort of comment again, I will block you on this platform. Look, you cannot discriminate people because of their age. You cannot be disrespectful because of their age. That comment, I'm going to mute it. And if you continue, you will be blocked from this platform. That's just the message I have for you. It's not a must that you have to listen to us, but you cannot come to a UDP platform and disrespect our leadership. You can criticize us, no problem. You've been writing a lot of comments here. I have no problem with that. You can say that Barrow will win in 2026. I care less, but you don't have to make condescending remarks on this platform. We have zero tolerance for that. Okay, Maila Diamo Bandengana. Haji Fanambejeri Jan.
Yeah, adia brother.
Okay, Haji Ibijalaba Haji Janko Gambian.
Yes, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ngabe host kondona ni momo be la moyrola.
Abaraka.
Ya ngaje ko tenge ko PDOS on panana anniversary.
Ha bilal anniversary di.
39 years, huh?
39. Yeah, 39 years.
Alama emela.
Iva bisa drame be jane fang ngamra tele saba nyina telefon de so yama tele me saba bam activist drame ya me tele ma haji saba bam
ndele ya be sawa fembe mija.
Okay you carry on then. Yeah.
So memore bangu dogo ni alinga continent. Mo kana jikilate kana murukoma. Ndeka wale fo ndeka mempo especially like ngamoy na UDP nga musudo fanan ikwa abota UDP mala anin dole dunda nyola saya abota UDP atata MPP ndeka wole jibe ko ni ko be banko ibe kelo ke kam banko le te ka diamu ko na banko pale atale membe mararu ama sambaku ngamira nini ibe patio men fangono nini ol ku ya da nyanta tala opposition le melse o mansa kelendi bar ni te tata ka fo mansala You are no different to Momodu Sabali, Dr. Ismaila Sisi, and the others. You are all political prostitutes.
Yeah.
Because ite bankola intereso mete samba koteng. Ite better like Jaliale o president way. Yafa. Enene ta kola ko amake ku. Ita kola. Ayake ko amake ku. Ite kai ko ya jaidoro. So banko kanu mentirek. Ila banko kanu. Iyaje ko mol me alon ko ba katakam banko e. Comme UDP ni political party potengol be nyame. Ibe menke kam pour que government tilindi. Ni man ka fula no nyante ka duele. Bari kakari wol kajaf.
Yeah.
Ni mole suto mole diam kan nin dol ko natari wato men na jamme UDP le ba challenge as the biggest party.
Yeah.
Mo potengol si kotengol wala mo kotengol iba fasa ka yaje ko maybe UDP ol mu banku jawol banku din jawol ledi ko jamme man na man banko be police ba ana boda foni mento ay ol gana police kata mi mobile which hunting kata mentole amanke foni kabiri UDP ba foka jamme man betia meli alonko i ba fola jamele betia de be ya fasa wato menna another witch hunting nati amanne tolle tilimbalia imanna lonko UDP mantari ifansun kunkele na keloe iman labe ibanna to ba hanni silatale ka findin ni ban mo koton na URR meli alonko ika jamme fasanu jamme balanta ka developmental ke ka bo base ka tafo koina ka bo base ko ma ka ta wulli o kabirin moli jamme bondi o le mafoko sanji joli tol man na faso to no sa ima UDP la kelo na faje ba
tonya
imaje ba
ya jele
ika jele ko ika balang ika nim mol men ka kelo ke ka banko ka nyaton gol tilindi ka je ko banko di jaw bari nim batanyi meta fa la te fangol ka i fangol ba ko le yele ko tonya nyunu be tonya le ka yes
Gambia mol lafta kodola e mala video ko wala problem
yalo mol memu banko
lafta kodola le moto bal soto le kubal ke bari mala
yo brother
fi pabi e gagner mala fi ya jame
mol memu banko mo be nyanta ko respect le ni man ka fuila
mo sabali ñol wol jibe rek
Paris
sabali ko mo dale asini
yeah Paris but like ate diam so ngata activist drama ya rek nga ñoo fu rek haji la diamo conclude ngata video is ke ofana ya
UDP na try hani ñin parti kotengol mel bello kan parti kutol mel bello kan ngani mel na ño oppositionol na mexo anin ol ngana ol fenkendi ngana ol la kuno ma pour ka fitino boye campagne yaje ndol ni ol be mu oppositionol le ma menkela dorom na ol fahamundi ko ndol nalbebe mission kilenala
bari wol my brother wol le nata e fitino boy intolu kan itolle nata itolle kelo beri dol dunda politiko ko ya start le ka UDP attack say ne ye fonyo domandin dorong bari wati soto dajam wolo ni wol tata TikTok e ka be ka UDP ka jafi
yeah but otumo itel tenna faso tola because
yeah
UDP ngolte bola UDP ka fuitola itol nyanda men ka dala doro itol jikita ko ila mol me alon ko e man kuni politiko to yol kunindi ole ka fuila
yeah
make so ka mol be kunindi because ila UDP kelo man na faso itol bebe men no maka wala president odi anala manza kunda ko
anyanda kela wala nyama fam
wala nan dol manya na ka hani jabi fam
opposition ol fam manya na ñoo attack la fam
manya na ka ñoo attack dol be concentrate ko national cake ko tala dame ika kenyame abe tani silol
nse disagree nole on issues bari manya na ka ñoo attack
ndebe kumo men fola dro wala ko UDP no plano la mele alon ko hanni be caravano le da ni electiono sida ka electiono jani electiono ka sifan ka caravano ke country wide caravan to any region ka kamo men fo nin caravano be keri o wato ibo regiono kono kamo men ka foje ba ke mo foje kendeke
abaraka
mo kamo foje ni sarahule du wala ka foje nde ka sarahule ka wala ko mo hanni nte bulata caravano ko be diamula be ke la sarawle kawo
ngoy bita if an bita campagne wala inshallah kodi
nin chanso ni nga chanso so inshallah bari ngam membo ni manke campagne o time oti de caravano nyanta ka kelal nyanta ka caravano sponsor le meli alon ko katani banko la katani tundolla ibe diamu ka ibe kuma kendol fola ka mol ka nyulla comme like especially nimbaro tata tola comme like nada da farmers tola na bota je nga caravano samba ngata dibong ay promission nim fanial membe fo gali nga be fo en ko nyin be manke tonyat yalla ko do ta janne ye nyin nangamta abebe buje ba beti nyakan imam fenna falla ngaro sifal ken ke counter attack ngatu o kela ninta da fulo la tuno nga flaka on mandi ko la tuno jola la tuno banja ko la any area nga ila kanwo fo la nga nyini nabe pati ko na fintina I do caravano.
Okay, Abaraga Haji, ngela point on this and very good idea. But tomando iko nso domandi yalo ngameno la kom because iko baro fania do ba fe banding kanne. So maybe it's a je that demanding. Yalo ndola banko iba fo banta bale ba fo he hayna na be adam baro nenkan Gambia. Ngal ne ko iba fo ka afaido na kuma fo memo kuma soto balo fo rek nga nyandi. But niko I fania fo ba fo hayna na ka adam baro ne yudi ko na banta ba just have to make that point clarification. So I understand that, but yeah, no, because as moderator I have to just make that point because I have always say who said limam fem for so what I have to do. Yeah. I know. It's okay now, Haji. It's okay, huh? Let's give chance to somebody else. Walaikum salam. Activist drama, bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum. Nye kondom bake. If I congratulations. UDP family members
congratulations on clocking 39 years today.
Yeah, today 39 years.
Wow, mashallah.
Years of the struggle, 39 years Kabanko Mol enlightened, 39 years of consistency.
Mm-hmm.
So
how do you feel today, activist Drame? PDI has been in Gambian politics for 39 years. Yeah. Would you call it a success?
Yes, it's a success.
Okay.
Yeah, because events kulelia kendina be PDY the nyame. So near ibondi nyoko understand na lekaje ko PDY la taro keri ala nafo kuru kake ay gambia le nafa.
Okay.
Parce que janim PDY be soto la wato men youth sol la kaspanyoma mel ka activism ke ka findi kata mol kachandi school to bandabal to silol kantaring pour ka mol enlighten ila banko be maraka nyadi so inata de ko nyinta wokla nyinda madam mata wokla because fuaro nita wo kachandi ala nyantola nyindon kana ka du kuna fulola abe fanyal fulai wala bane nela abe kolyala bakele pour que la main falen kaje ko banko kamara nyame ya understand woto ngaka funyoma na patiolo ni convince wala pour se sembo soto kana fulo nyinta katala equally comme nyimma sakunda do mantara ke kanyame men kata pipi
Janibe Continela, Mr. Drame, let me ask you, how did you guys celebrate 39 years anniversary today? Was there on the Valley facility, did he make a statement? Was anything done in the Gambia? Because today is a big day for PDIS. How did you celebrate your 39 years anniversary?
Yeah, there is a statement. And also, before joining your life, we were having live interviewing the seven members of the executive.
Oh, that's good. On which platform?
Yeah, in our Doi Gambia.
Doi Gambia TikTok platform. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There were 7 central committee members that one will come and go and one will come.
Oh, that's good.
We have a lot of interactions there since 8 o'clock in the morning until the time I joined. So
wow.
We are,
but was anything done in the Gambia? I know that's on TikTok on there. Was anything done in the Gambia?
Yeah, in the Gambia, yes, they have some meetings in the bureaus also to celebrate. You know, PDYs did their thing differently because we thought if we said you want to change a status quo, a system that is in place, a political system, so you have to maintain that you wanted to change it, and the way you should do things should be different from the way things are used to do. Mol dal taka kul kenyame. Ite continue no la kaki onyawa. Nite la fita ka falindiro la ki woku la mol bebel keka. Zakeno le nga mitin ba kumandi because Europe PDIS Europe branch as sponsor no le kamitin.
Oh, okay. You have a PDIS Europe branch, right?
Yeah, I even invite you our Congress in London and you couldn't make it.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, last time, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So yeah, of course we have.
Next time, inshallah, I will try to attend. Yeah.
I am fortunate to be elected in that Congress as the Youth Committee Chairman in Europe. So.
Oh wow! Congratulations! Congratulations.
So what I coming join the Fanangal book Makulmen for Nyaji from particularly join the Meta Kanyum Kumo Kafoko Mo Keba Atala Manyanaka contest. To me is ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It's about Fulu and Yadi Kari Keba Atala contest. Ike bulo chodi American men like developed Wole Joe Biden taka.
Yeah, and now they have Trump.
Chonte mole understand. Everybody, moment in Yalongo, you are very sound minded. Constitutional right did pure bankoma.
Yeah.
On the Echola Mawol Damala Alam. From 29 upwards. It's a bankoman saying no. So what happened in the many argument or telephone card did not call on Caroline Jila. In fact, near Gambela history didn't demand say among Gambia.
Yeah, Modole of Comajande.
It's true.
No, yala Mr. Trump, Malafika interview. I think when it comes to Lajus Dabo, because they have nothing to indict him on corruption, it have like corrupt. So the only thing that they can say are Kebayata. That's the only thing. Because he have like corrupt any evidence of the Janko I involved in corruption, I need minister among scandal shoto, okay, you can remember that I corral should apply whatever can criticize wala Jamela asset corner. So saying now the only thing that they can use is our age, and which is discriminatory. You cannot discriminate somebody on his age or her age. It's not fair.
If I understand no need mere opinion that them tender, but party members soul amanyana balawu. Comment the moment the party outside now about a political opinion or focus.
Yeah.
You can understand that. Because maybe Mr. in another contest it succeed. You can say that, but party members who found 2016 UDP presidential candidate were Yak Bliss. Another contest.
And moja mama na.
So
what about the name of Gahani fam?
Argument anyanta contest la manyan. To me,
it's neither here nor there.
Vibrant coalition dada.
But in I told you PDIS equal kana ground. Is it what is the name of the team Gambia? Equal kana what is that? What is that? What does that team Gambia imply? What does it mean?
It's a misleading statement. PDIS has a political party. Yes, PDIS members will be here. They are working on Team Gambia.
But Allah did a phone layer for Ngame reportedly. Halifa Salah phone layer.
PDIS has a
Honorable Halifa Salah rather.
Halifa Salah and other members are working on Team Gambia.
Okay.
Expert Bank. It is called Team Gambia Expert Bank, not only for 2016 election.
Okay.
They are aning Ghana la new president of former be konyi konola puru ilafta ku kakafolo lo me alonga bekela even pan African issue le tidal comme expert bank lo me alongo African expert will be better. So PDIS has a political party. Womantara Team Gambia Koma.
Oh, somebody said he said it in his personal capacity as Halifa Salah, not PDIS. Okay.
Exactly. So when you clear, it's not PDIS as a party behind
Team Gambia.
Team Gambia. That's Team Gambia is another team. It's another completely different from PDIS.
But is PDIS? Are you guys ready for coalition?
Of course, PDIS has always been ready for coalition.
But I understand you put precondition to that, like you want a coalition that will be ready for system change, not just coalition for the sake of coalition.
And I think everybody is ready for that.
System change.
System change.
But you need to break that down. When you say to people system change, and you say, how do you mean by that system change?
Okay, for example, pour kamisalo dila. Ntoni ndela side nte complaint ami the people story akakenyame. Ndela side nte complaint ala akakenyame. So nina coalition also to misal fe lafta ka coalition on that. Are we going to continue like that kind of meet the people's story, just to squander people's money on political ground? Or are you going to change it?
No, UDP don't want this current status quo to continue. We don't want the late Baroka Nyimbenketeng, this fleet of cars and we don't want that. Yeah.
So people is mafoko na fiol de safe kaito le bala wolde nyande kala by force. No, that's not PDOI. PDOI is left amendment because Mobe Allen Noko after 2001 election. PDOIS was always busy policy building.
Mr. Drame, never mind. I will just interject there and give chance to this. I love something because you and I really want us to go maybe at least 5 minutes. I want to talk to you about this perspective of this coalition talk. But this guy has been waiting for long. I love my what? Who is that? So I love my family. You know what? I love my family. Okay, I tell you, he's not there. I think. I joined by mistake. Okay, love to you in Galamen.
Yeah.
In coalition diamo, we had conversation also around this, and I think sometimes it's a topic that we cannot avoid. But would you imagine of a situation, a coalition in Gambia not led by UDP in the present current with the UDP not leading that coalition? Do you think that's a possibility?
It depends. Mamira be possible like coalition o mi alonko. Abe baro upuno la je UDP man taraje. Example.
No ma for UDP taraje ngalonde ko UDP with a coalition is maybe in fact what I'm saying. Okay, a candidate has to lead that coalition, right? That's the thing. Can you imagine a scenario where we'll have hypothetically a coalition, but UDP is not leading that coalition?
That will depend on UDP. UDP the malice of
No better than as a PDIS, I want a realistic answer from you because you know democracy is about numbers. Would you agree?
I agree.
Okay. If all over Europe here you see coalition is normally led, coalitions, governments, or whatever is led by the one that has the numbers, right? That in terms of votes, is that not the case?
Some cases, yes.
Oh, has there been cases where the one with the biggest number didn't lead?
It depends whether the coalition was formed.
No. What I'm saying, you said I asked you. Hold on.
Yes, I will give you some.
No, hold on. I want us to get this clear. I asked a question in Europe, in the West here. Coalition government normally led by the one that did a number. It's just in Gambia that I hear this. Oh, you don't have to be this. No. But you said in some cases, can you give me a scenario where minority led the coalition?
I'm not saying minority led the coalition. And I'm not saying the biggest lead the coalition. Let me give you an example here in Italy.
Okay.
In Italy, the way they form coalitions is not by a biggest political party or not.
Okay.
For example, NPP coalition. NPP is already a coalition. If it is here in Italy, they will all go and contest, even though they are coalition. But in ballot box, they will all contest, as it is in Italy law. After contesting, they themselves, the one that have the biggest percentage of the vote, the prime minister will come from that political party. But they have already built a coalition has political parties and go and contest individually. The way Italy coalitions are done.
But Mr. Drame, hold on. Mr. Drame, you are just repeating what I have said.
No,
hold on.
No,
Hold on. Let's have a conversation. Let's not have monologue. You said in Italy, you guys go and contest. The one that has the biggest number becomes the prime minister.
Yes.
Well, that's what I have said. I said in democracy, the one with the biggest number leads.
No, you did not say so. I know.
No, that's what I said.
No, I know the contest you are saying.
No, you are trying to confuse the audience. Please, let's Mr. Drame, even look. No, hold on. Let's not have an argument here, please. Even the audience are saying this is the same thing. What I've said. Look,
it's not the same thing.
What is the variance? Okay, what is the variance?
Give me out. Just give me a listing.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Okay, tell me, please.
What you are saying is that the previous elections, UDP have the majority. Other political parties to have coalition, they should rally behind UDP.
Yes.
Have a coalition. That's your point.
Yes.
And what I am telling you, that here in Italy is not like that.
Okay.
You said the West. You are the one who asks whether the West have it.
Yeah.
In Italy here, the coalition did not build based on who get the majority. I will give you a scenario. Salvini, Forza Italia, and Meloni, they are political party. The current prime minister, Salvini always lead in their coalition. Salvini. But last election, that woman lead, and the woman became a prime minister. But in that coalition, there are 7 political parties in that coalition. They always contested, and Salvini political party always became the biggest. But they contested individually. There is a difference between let us support this political party and contest, and let us go and contest whosoever the population trust. The leadership came from that.
Okay, Mr. Drame, hold on there. Let me come in. You are confusing things. No, hold on. Please, let's be serious here, okay? Let's be. You are conflating issues, and I will tell you why. You are talking of a scenario. It happened in the UK here, where people go to the polls. UK, we go to the parliamentary system. You have to get a number. If you get that number on your own, you form the government. But when you don't, it's just like the 50% scenario. When you get 50 plus 1%. UK, when you don't have that number, then you have to go and talk to another party to get the number to form a coalition. That is one system. Yeah, that happened in the UK last time when Conservatives and Lib Dem went into coalition, because Conservatives got the majority, but they didn't have the sufficient number to form the government. This time, Labour doesn't need a coalition because they got the number. So that's why they didn't go to coalition. But Conservatives went, and they had to, but when they went to coalition, Conservative became the prime minister because they got more seats than you are talking of. The same thing in Italy. You go to election, and then whoever got the majority will become the prime minister. You go, you contest. But you know, in Italy, you don't have a scenario where you said we have to come together to fight the incumbent. That doesn't happen in Italy. Or has it ever happened?
All the elections is like that. All the elections, you have to approve the incumbent. Oppositions has to approve the incumbent.
No. You answer my question because I'm not familiar with Italy politics. What I'm saying, in Italy, have you ever gone through a system?
I'm telling you, in the whole world, where election happen, opposition's mind is to approve the leader.
No, Mr. Drame, listen, please. We are not debating whether oppositional objective is not to approve this. We all know that. It is the methodology we are discussing. We all know, obviously, oppositional objectives to rule. So let's not even debate that. That's a given. What I'm saying, in the UK, I have never seen where political parties come together to oppose an incumbent. They all contest on their own. That's what I'm saying. In Italy, has it ever happened? Like in Gambia, we are saying we need to come together to remove Barrow. In Italy, does the opposition come together to contest against incumbent? That's what I'm asking.
In Italy, political parties have already formed left wing, right wing, center wing. If you form your political party now as a new one, you can just go your own or you join one of the wings.
Mr. Why do you guys answer the question in the PDIS way? Why can't you answer my question in a straight way?
What is the straight way to you?
No, what I'm saying, I've asked, listen, hold on, Mr. Drame, hold on. You're complicating issues. Somebody has just answered my question in the comment section and he said it never happened because I asked a very simple question. I said in Italy, has it ever happened where the Gambian, Gambia in 2016, the opposition came together, formed a coalition, Adam Barole to contest against Jammeh. Has it ever happened in Italy where oppositions, I'm not talking about left wing or whatever, how the oppositions came together, formed a coalition and contested against incumbent? That's the simple question I asked.
Of course, to remove Berlusconi, they all came together and removed him.
Okay. Now let's stick on that. Which year was that?
Well, that's 2005.
Okay, in that system, who led the coalition?
All of them come together and contest.
Yeah, no, listen. They came together. You said they form a coalition. A coalition has to be one candidate. Just like Barrow was one candidate in Gambia in 2016.
No, they went to Congress and select. They went to Congress and select a leader.
How did that happen? How? When they went to Congress, what was the methodology that they used?
The same methodology we used in 2016.
Delegate system.
Delegate system.
And then who emerged victorious?
How to call it? Let me search the name. I forgot it.
You see, Gambia, we try to complicate issues, and I know what I'm driving at because
no, I know also where you are driving at. But what you want me to answer is not the same scenario in the Gambia. You see, what you want exactly. That
no, answer my question. Who won that Congress when they went through the primaries? If you don't mind. Okay, he's searching. He has to take. You see, we cannot try to reinvent the wheel. That's what we are trying to do in Gambia. I cannot contemplate a situation today in Gambia, a coalition not led by UDP. How that is going to happen is something that I cannot figure out. The party with the biggest elected officials is the most structured party, has got elected MPs, two mayors and two. You imagine a party with no elected official leading that Congress. That's unthinkable. I'm going to say that here. I know this comment, some people not like it, but we have to be realistic. That's unthinkable. It will not happen anywhere.
After it is Tajani.
So his party, what was the ranking of his party then, in terms of numbers? Was he at the low level or whatever?
Well, I could not determine that.
Okay.
Tajani win, but I think it's coming from the Democratic Party. He is the Democratic Party leader at the end.
And Democratic Party must have command sizable number of support then for him to win that Congress, right?
I think they are the second powerful.
Second powerful, you see? Second powerful at least, yeah?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but in Gambia...
I think he is the second powerful.
Okay, the second powerful, actually, I can understand the second powerful. Like, it's, for example, GDC, I can understand winning election in Gambia, because today in the opposition ranks, GDC is the second powerful, right? From UDP, GDC is next.
No.
Who is next?
PDIS is the next.
No, you are not next. GDC is next.
No.
Numbers? PDIS got more votes than you. GDC got more votes than you.
No, wait. GDC has no candidates now working for Gambian people.
No. That's not the issue. Listen. Mr. Drame, hold on.
Let us not even discuss.
Please, we will have to discuss it. No. Hold on, Mr. Drame. Please. What was the result of 2021?
No, you can't say that.
Why can't I?
No, you can't say that.
Why can't I?
GDC, even how many councillors did they have?
I'm not talking about the council. I'm talking about the votes.
Assembly did they have?
No. But listen, you want to go to the councils. I'm talking about the results of 2021. Who came top? Is it not NPP?
You can't talk about only the result of 2020. If that's the case, 2021, Adam Barrow win with 43.
Yeah, but Adam, look, Mr. Drame, let's listen to each other. Hold on. Please, I don't listen. Mr. Drame, I don't want this to be about other platforms where Antonio Sabo. Let's listen to each other. Okay? Yeah, Mbatu, because no, but listen. No, Mr. Drame. Why would I be unfair to me? I have no dog in the fight. I'm not a PDIS member. I'm not a GDC member. I'm not a GDS. So I'm neutral here. Okay, I don't belong to either of these parties. But what I'm saying is,
after 2020,
no, hold on. Barrow. Okay, now you talk, I listen, because you are talking over me. You talk and I listen.
What I was saying, I will listen. What I was saying is that when Adam Barrow win 2021 election.
When Adam Barrow won in 2021, yes.
After 2021 election, how many popular votes did Adam Barrow have? He was rejected.
He was rejected by who?
Councillors and mayors, because
no.
Popular vote.
Okay, Mr. Drame, so Kutale, if you want us to have a conversation.
But that's true.
No, but
lost the popular vote after 2021 election.
But okay, Mr. Drame. If you are what the barometer is normally in terms of who came first, second, third in the election is based on the results of right now should be based on the 2021 election, because 2026 nobody knows what is going to happen. For now, the latest results is the 2021. Okay, we know that. That's a fact. 2021, right? 2021 NPP, according to IAC, emerged victorious, even though we contested it. We told you, but that's now out of the window. Let's forget that. So within the opposition ranks, we are not bringing NPP near party all better. Yes, NPP is number one. They said they got 400 and something thousand, 50 something percent that time. UDP got 27%. Apart from UDP, what was GDC's percentage and what was DOI's percentage? That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, now we are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now we are hearing you.
Okay, sorry. So what I'm saying is, according to 2021, Mr. Drame, you know NPP got the highest number of votes. Adam Barrow came top, according to IEC. Mr. Dabo came second. Who came third?
GDC came third.
So I am saying that by that measure, GDC is above PDIS.
That's what you want to measure. That's where you want to measure. After that election, what happened? You don't want to measure that?
Or in terms of the parliamentary and the councillor?
Of course. It counts. Because that's where UDP beats Adam Barrow to the hell. Beat hell of him.
No. We didn't beat them. We didn't beat them.
In popular vote, UDP.
Yeah, popular vote, but in terms of the seats, we didn't beat them.
No. I'm telling you, in popular vote.
Okay.
If you are going by the popular vote,
yes. Yeah. Okay. Now, in terms of popular votes, did DOI get more votes than GDC?
Of course. Go and search it.
Okay. If that is your argument, I understand. I understand. I was basing it on the 2021 election.
No, I go beyond that. I know 2021 GDC was third. I understand that.
Okay.
But after that election, Gambians rejected them.
Okay.
I don't know based on what.
Okay. So you want to put
who is working for Gambian people now.
Okay, El Dabo said no, Sehu, that's not true. I don't know what he mean. Maybe he said that's not true. He's saying he's not what is not true. So maybe somebody is disputing what you are saying. So no. Many people are saying no, that's not true.
They can go and search.
Yeah, but we'll find out. But what I know is in any democracy, the one with the biggest number should lead the coalition. That's the number. That is it. It's unthinkable.
No, it depends how the coalitions have been negotiated.
My friend, let me ask you one thing today. If they say bring delegates to the Congress, do you think it is fair representation for UDP to bring 20 delegates and PDIS bring 20 delegates and another party bring 20 delegates? Do you think that's a fair representation?
It depends what the resolutions were by the coalition members.
Okay. People are talking about parliamentary election. I don't know what that means. I think GDC probably defeated you guys in the parliamentary election. Is that true?
How many representatives did they have in the
El
parliament?
Dabo is just right. You see, when they write comments, parliamentary elections, I don't know what they mean. He just wrote parliamentary elections.
GDC has 0 parliamentarians.
Okay, you guys got what, 2?
How many councillors did they have?
I don't know. I don't follow their representations. I just follow UDP.
Those are the questions I'm asking.
Okay, let's give it to you. You said according to you, they beat you in the popular vote. So give that to you. But in the presidential, they defeated you. But you, according to you,
I agree.
In the parliament. So yeah. But UDP, popular votes in presidential election, we beat you both parties. And in terms of representative, we beat you. So we are on top, right? Of both parties, right?
Yes.
And yet you guys want somebody from PDIS possibly to lead the coalition or from another party.
Never said so.
No, I'm just giving an example because people are saying that we should not advance this argument that we are the biggest party, we should lead.
Because you never had that.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. Others are saying it that it shouldn't be automatic that UDP should, because it's for me. Then the unthinkable will happen in Gambia, where we'll have a party, for example, with no elected representative leading a coalition. That to me will be unthinkable. And I'm going to say that here. I can never think of that. That will be outside the periphery of democracy. It's unthinkable, my brother. Let's be realistic. You have no elected representative. You have nothing to show for, and yet your candidate leads the coalition. Sometimes when people are dreaming, let people be serious, man. If that happened in Gambia, I will definitely take a back seat in Gambian politics.
I understand where you are.
Honestly, because I will know that Gambia is a joke.
I just have 2 questions.
Yeah.
One is that UDP position is clear.
Yeah.
You should come and join us, we move.
Yeah.
For example, I have my policies and program, and there is a reason why I formed a political. PDIS was formed for a reason. Like all other political parties, it may be enriching yourself or it may be for the country. These are the 2 things people form their political parties. Because we know others form their political parties to enrich themselves. We all know those people. And others form their political party because Gambians are suffering and they want a change.
Yeah.
And we all draft a policy, a program. My program and your program are different. You are a biggest political party. You want me to join you. What exactly do you have to accommodate me? That also is a big question from you.
Yeah, but those are discussed at the negotiation table. You don't discuss that publicly.
And you don't want that negotiation to happen because you just want people to come and join you.
No. Mr. Drame, hold on.
And join me. It's not a negotiation.
La problem over there. Yala tol Drame kunang kola albuka lamoy roki. Lamoy idi amu tale for 2 minutes. Mfana songa di amu. I was at work. I think the day I joined your life, we invited you whether I can join, but I was discussing like me baby diam kam. You made some insinuations. UDP, in fact, you think that eco UDP have been tested. We've led the coalition before. I think we should give chance to others. You can correct me, but I think that's something like that. How do you say we should give chance?
Yes, I said so.
Okay, so and this is a narrative that a lot of people said. I don't know what you mean by UDP should give chance to that. So we should just let you guys lead. Is that what you're saying?
No. What I was saying is that for the fact that when NAD was formed, UDP did not lead NAD and they pull off. United Front was formed. UDP did not lead. They pull off.
Yeah.
2016, a candidate of UDP, even though the agreement says he should resign.
Yeah, but he came from UDP. Yeah.
But he came from UDP and UDP accepted and changes happened.
Yeah.
And that person became a terrible candidate.
Okay.
He ended up being terrible. My argument is that this is a personal argument when I was making in my personal platform. That's why I did not say it in PDIS.
No, I know you were giving your individual opinion, yes.
I said, okay, at least this candidate is from UDP, and all of us supported it.
Yeah.
It will not be wrong if UDP supported other party's candidate.
Based on what? Just because Adama Barrow became terrible and he's from UDP? Is that your argument?
Yes, that's my argument.
That is flawed.
No.
It's flawed. Seriously flawed. And I will tell you why. You see, my brother, just because Adama Barrow is bad, does that mean that Yankuba Dabo will be bad, or Talib, or Mr. Dabo?
No, but not only that, not only Dabo.
No, I gave 3 names. I mentioned 3 names here: Yankuba Dabo, Talib, or Mr. Honorable Heji Dabo. Just because Adama Barrow is bad, so Uncle Larry Sise or Dr. Mane or list of smart young people in UDP, Haji Swane and others, you think they will be bad just because Adama Barrow is bad?
You want my honest answer to that?
Yes.
I trust only Hussein Dabo. Among all you named.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's your personal opinion. I'm just saying.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, what I'm saying, my argument is that's your right. You're entitled to that. What I'm saying is UDP has got a list of talented people, just like PDS. You have got a lot of young, smart people like Suleiman Bokarba. Okay, let's say hypothetically, PDS, one of your candidates turn out to be bad. That doesn't mean that Suleiman Bokarba will be bad. So that argument is flawed. Just because Adama Barrow, of course, became bad. What we should have been indicted on,
Sirifo Sonko also is bad and it's from UDP. Very, very bad.
Yeah. Sirifo Sonko is bad. Yes, he came from UDP. But
so it's 2 number now.
Yeah, but listen, you are talking of a party with over 200.
I'm not saying that's the reason why UDP have made. No, UDP have talented and.
But that's the reason you advance. That's the reason you advance.
My argument is that at least 2 of you have been tested.
Okay, you know, Mr. Drame, you know where I will agree to some extent that UDP should also give chance to others. I will tell you why. If we had a scenario where there's another party that is almost running in parallel with UDP in terms of support, in terms of structures, like if PDS at least be winning in the local government elections, okay, at least have 1 mayor, 1 chairperson, at least showing some numbers out there, and even though the difference is there, but it's not that big, I would just say, okay, we are the biggest, but at least PDS also, they are there. They are recognized. They have got a big support base. But the margin is so big between UDP and these other parties, with no disrespect.
And this argument is not even by selecting PDS by force. PDS never says.
No, I know you're not. I'm just giving you PDS. You are not the one suggesting PDS.
Trust me, if we drafted our policy, and UDP drafted a policy, and we compare the policy and make give and take, we don't mind who leads. Trust me, PDS don't mind who leads. What we want is that a honest Gambian came together and want to make a change. That's the only thing we are yearning.
Okay, you know, Mr. Drame, what I want to see is realistically Gambians deciding who becomes the cloudless, and it has to be on reasoning. We should take emotions out. You see, for people to come that we want to bulldoze UDP out of the way, just because we were part of the coalition in 2016 and things didn't go good, I think that is a party as big as UDP with a large support, at least basic 200,000 support. Yeah.
To me, that should be a learning point, and we turn over the page and make things right again. You know,
are you aware of coalition talks when we were invited? I don't know whether you guys did not go to that meeting. I understand. I don't know whether you're aware. We went there.
No, we did not, because I don't think we are even invited.
So they did not invite PDS.
I don't know. I cannot say.
I cannot listen. I know there are 2 parties in Gambia who did not attend that meeting. UDP went to that meeting, but you guys didn't know, because I'm aware that you guys did not go to that meeting. Okay, so but I don't know why you didn't go there, whether you were invited or not. But I know PDS didn't go there. We went there. We presented our position. Okay, and the UDP leadership is open to any discussion. Even we have a team that is going to be responsible for coalition. I'm not going to give details on that, but we have a team that is responsible for the coalition talk. So we are committed to this coalition. But like any party, I'm sure PDIs will go there with a position. Like your position is primaries. Okay, that's your position. Yeah. And I'm sure other people will also bring their position. This is normal in a discussion, in a negotiation. Everybody, even if you go to trade negotiation, you always go with your position. So we went with our position, but we are not saying it is our position that has to happen. It has to be based on a conversation. But I'm just looking, realistically, it's going to be unthinkable to have a coalition not led by a UDP candidate. Let people just be ready for that. It's going to be unthinkable.
It's not even part of discussion. UDP will not put that into table. That the coalition that UDP will be part of, and it can be led by any other person, that will not be in the table. You can discuss other issues. You know that, Seho. You can discuss other issues, but that cannot be on the table. Any coalition building that UDP is going to involve, you must select Hussein Dabo as the flag bearer.
What made you think that way?
Well, that's your position. You know it. Just admit it.
But do you agree with that?
No, I did not.
So you think we can have a coalition not led by UDP?
No, I did not say that so too.
Tell me what you said, because this one you say you did not say, this other one you did not say. What is your position?
What I said, this is a personal thing, is that a coalition can be built based on a manifesto. Look, you know the history of PDO. Maybe many UDP members that are speaking did not know the history of PDOS, but you, as Honorable Seku, you know it. You know PDOS history.
Yes.
You know that position is not our problem.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
What we want, honestly, is a change. Can our proposals has changed? Who can accommodate them? That's the only issue.
Okay.
We are having. We don't care who led, but who led, and honestly, and trust me, all the UDP young guys that are shouting, to PDOIs, Hussein Dabo lead is better than all of them, because they may change their mind like I don't know. But Hussein Dabo will not change his mind with the agreement that we will have with other coalition. That we are sure of.
Okay. Look, I just want to make a disclaimer. My position here, and I'm sure your position, are just our positions. I'm not speaking on behalf of UDP. I'm not putting UDP's position out there. When I said to have a coalition not led by UDP is unthinkable, that's who said it is personal opinion. I just want, because I know some people are listening, they will go and say, oh, UDP said blah, blah, blah. Let no anyone misquote me on this. This is my individual opinion. It's not UDP's position. But I'm saying, based on the realistical situation of Gambian politics today, and based on looking at, taking a microscope, if you have a microscope, looking at all these parties.
Well, as an opponent, I will say that's the position of UDP.
No, you are saying it. I'm not saying it.
I say it.
Yeah, you said it. They can quote you. But I'm not going to speak UDP's position. I'm just giving my individual opinion. Yeah. I think it's unthinkable to have somebody getting out of nowhere, leading a coalition with no base.
No, that will not happen.
It's impossible, my brother. Let's come into reality. When I hear some of these commentators, you have no base, you have no elected official, you have no council. I laugh. It's laughable, my friend. Let's be realistic.
If I had Sobea and their people ranting, I don't want that. I will say, look, what is stopping these people from contesting National Assembly? What stops them?
It always a question of answer. No, I cannot answer that.
So what stops them from contesting council? You cannot only be vying for presidency.
Exactly. Y'all don't an argument with them. I had this argument. You are only looking for number one party. And it's a joke. You see, if you want to be taken seriously, until UDP, when we lost in 2021, we were seriously wounded because we had so much hope that we would win. But that did not discourage us going to the council, because Nemo serious political party, you have to vie for everything. You should not only be vying for presidency. But in Tanzania, it will president and this is why I'm look, let's be serious as a country. You see, and many times they compare themselves to Senegal, and that is the laughable thing. Pastef, Prime Minister Sonko contested parliamentary elections in 2014. Yeah, they contest. He even became a governor at point. They did not just go and wait until election is coming. They want to just go to the palace. Who is going to take them seriously if Pastef was operating like that? You have to, and I even teased them. I said, this by-election in Banjul, they should have at least put a candidate there, even though obviously they were going to lose anyway to NPP. NPP would win that election anyway. We all knew that.
Okay. I don't think they should say by force Esa must be the candidate. I don't think that's...
No, you know what? Yalla Mr. Drame. I listen to their platforms. Sometimes I just laugh. It's you know what they call wishful thinking? You know, in English you say wishful thinking. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. You know that phrase. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. You know, anybody can dream. Sometimes you can just dream. And it's nice to dream. Sometimes you can have a nice dream. It's good feeling to have a dream. But when I listen, some people are dreaming. Things that are not possible are not possible. You can't just, it is impossible. You see, this is not rocket science. You have to prove yourself in a political space. And the way in political space to pick yourself is actually to prove your ikela fenko prove nyadi le wolom yefango measure in the political landscape, and that's only through elections. Yeah, understand it. Man ningol ka mi yefango pesa. Drame gonango yefango pesa. You understand it? But it may yefango pesa. I can't talk Prime Minister Keir Starmer in the UK Prime Minister right now. I will I can't tell you like Prime Minister. What got true structurally contest yeah? In Mbara. But it didn't come for the Kamala because it had a general. It had NPP were in the middle. Bambas some of the Kamfari Kamala Bambas.
I just decided to go anywhere. Say we said coming for thing Nyanjaye will for you.
Oh, Nyanjaye for ya for yen.
Nyanjaye fete seku.
Before I'll be continue, I'll baraka back and someone to
Sumanda Juno. Okay, that's good. Thank you for being here, Mr. Drame. I really appreciate it.
And congratulations to PDOIS.
Congratulations to PDOIS. Thank you. Yeah, and you see, Mr. Dabo even praise your leader today. Malum for interview la maile. Because they have principle. Yeah. Mundubala foje bi.
Hey, last week.
Akinya na video.
Akweko ani mata nyola debe caring sehu. Nearly 30 minutes. Kabondi evo zeta beautiful. Akoy gadol ga nyin kenno wafi nyama manki amanda ka wafi nya. Nyin kenno nyanda ka wafi nyami wala mi ko afama mu mased mastalti afama tata nyin lalle do firo aton di school to karandiro wala ya understand. But atul ka wafi nyami Gambia no te nyin sanna no atul bulu nyama number 1. Akoy ka atul la party ale nyin do min tola e ka fay ko womu fengredi ka fay APP akoy go paper someya party.
Yalo neko si baba nitata just do a Google search the list of political parties. AP lebide APP registered. What a system or kono.
Akwai got started with 10,000 registered more signed like 10,000 signatures. I'll call APPT. I didn't so where Akwai APP Kaito the Basobaya is movement. Akwai Allah party mon structure.
Yalo Mr. Dramele to for Jantebuke to for it. But it's nice to dream, see Baba. It's nice to dream. People can dream. Yeah.
My election actually mal for Tesco. Because Alma Haji, I can't be
exactly. In the book, only understand. It only marina parade de la fratala world. It book. Hani wolong watch on Gambia yole foye. Akoy ko alma rally ke alta over the country. Ale rally ba kumandi. Ale nationwide toga. PDIS border nationwide tola.
Kunum fala dara beta mi kana ko min tammi kata mi de jaja ya de kan wonde yen de ka india mundi je yalo ne hormone buja ko an nakoro kila muy ni kuma len taraje dole dal ko ko ha mi de dara jina ngoy ko non teta ngam fo mole o kayente te motente inde fo bambas le ko de inde buja respect ko ni hormone ko se humandi abo bale dona raja emba ko ne ay baro bale
K banning. Oh, that's a serious allegation. But mamre be hanile banning na.
Malam fo bamba sha kalam da. Fil la platform. Fa ka fa ko ha.
Anyway, let us not make them a topic. Let's just because nte for malafike discourse because Mr. Dramele referenced them. You know, near Korosi Bantaba, I try to even avoid their names. You know, okay, Nkapidia is mentioned back because they can call data like personal. So.
Because he can criticize them. They criticize them.
Yeah, Bambas ngeke moderator tele man for yajele bang.
Yeah, but in mal full access to that. Maybe we can go even click la optional.
Oh, okay, maybe man full access deal. Another full access deal.
No, ini Mr. Drama ko yung selling dinang because imbulo mo talaga wala tinang mo diyan nga mo yabe I agree because right now in Italy right now there is a coalition government right now. The coalition government of head is from the biggest party among those coalition members. They can understand. Mia late side the Giorgia Meloni is the prime minister of Italy right now, and she is from the Brothers of Italy. That's the name of the party. So they are the biggest party among the coalition. They can understand. And in fact, he mentioned coalition of bonding Berlusconi. Berlusconi now, coalition of Berlusconi bonding. Berlusconi resigned in 2011. They can understand. Now I open up to them go. Now I was living in the world and I was my journey. I think you coalition of the scaling. So I had that go. I've been feeling they can come like because now it debate me some the biggest party should lead the coalition, right? And he's trying to avoid that Kaitan become like that is not always the case, especially in Italy. But the truth is in Italy right now, coalition government led that. The coalition government head is from the biggest party among those coalition partners. That's the Brothers of Italy. Then you have Forza Italia, and in fact, that Forza Italia, Berlusconi doesn't know. Okay.
So I've been misled because them Italy political long.
I've been misled.
But avana manyana okela. Avana manyana. Imagine yalon tegal le ko melbe Italy wolbe programme wala moy la so ba correct la.
Yeah. So that was misleading. That was misleading. So let me tell you what to rectify them. Bulo muda da wala de mam.
But next time nana rajana mbafla ete na rajana in the forward. Mbafla ena da forward. But Bamba za feeling a full access deal. Ngabala saying a full access deal already. I think you can check, but I think
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, not full access deal already saying. So yeah. Abaraka si baba yalong. Abaraka ante for me na program en la jan so kudal. But si baba yalong yala be nyamen Gambia na tonya fo nyoy dorong yalo ndeka men fo moli ente ninde be nyim platform jama la moy yalo ni akros ente sa ngan singo tala ni platform to ba ke ba because yalo si baba mo nyande fo respect la de nte I am very open wala nan kata num platform jama to brum be nga kacha bi ngaje ko be mu kinna bari ngaje ko yabate lafta si yala le ente dum yalo to abal government ko respect is earned, it's not given. Ike fo le buda.
Yes.
So political manjare kuodola so wala nan singo tala because say mo be kere expert leti mo be kuolonde nganda nyo bunya la nyin feel kono la nyo tara jele fanan ya understand bari ni mo la ulterior motives ni mo ulterior motives so it's not bad it definitely be even on NPP but afele kana ja ni kakata ya understand ngombe wala muru PDS ngola ngai ta muru back to PDS imagine Mr. Dabo Balla leader press can be si baba ako doing call principle lesson class kumi move kabre 1987 so yalo was a big statement UDP I meeting in Kerfato ako niaje mam move because a principle lesson they believe the family imantra nyim palazol ni can prove family
yes
and that's true you know
The reason for now video is now also like privately.
Okay, privately, yeah.
Well, income fund for now. Internet or the mountain.
Okay, no problem. No, you're right, so relevant to go to any party of your choice.
So
yeah.
Come for Kundi and I shouldn't be me uncle. I don't like it.
Kununga no more doleje la platform. Yalonte sibaba. I don't like arrogance. Nte arrogance can come for bakele. I can demile. Nkamo ikafo iko itola candidate sale karanta nyin candidate. So one of them said it. Ako Esa is more educated than all this. That's a lie. That is a lie. Yalon young people. The qualifications he got, Alhaji Ousainou Darboe is the first constitutional lawyer in that country.
Thank you.
If you go Esa like Karanta Honorable Halifa Salati.
It's impossible.
Esa is not more educated than Honorable Halifa Salah. No, but Yalong de fongo som nan kanyu nije iki fongol Kenya men he's the most educated. And that's a lie. It's not true.
Dr. Ismail Siseko 2021 ako. I monkey yinkan pure join for coalition ola. Yinkan wo yinkan. Mbaikan. Ako mbaika ko ha, nitele mbe coalition okala, nitele because nitele karanta, nitele ga kodoso.
Yala Ismail Siseko come over and debo got seriously because I don't think he would say that, but Ismail no, ela minister fananga silo bulale nte boka yala mbari ndingolom mbari ndingolom bare nte fanang I don't no yala de fanang nte boka atani Ibrahima Silla mbuke tros so but yalong itola ñu supportal nte ningi moy diamola nte ka jelele because ika jele fen diamol leke and yalong ntol UDP let me tell you inana ta moy la bambas la aita platform dako Alhaji Ousainou Darboe is the only person that can lead Gambia right now. In another time, la Bambasco, in another time, la Seuseli Afoko, it's only Alhaji Ousainou Darboe who can lead Gambia today. My choice is UDP. I want UDP candidate to be in. That's my choice. But in Delola, I think it's totally misleading because nobody is indispensable. I can't tell you APRs in Kolna Jamirek momuna yubu Gambia. Itol fanango le fe ko nyinda mala sekero leader ti Gambia bi. Yalong, are you out of your mind? Well, you know, let's have respect for the other opposition. It's complete lack of respect for the other opposition. You understand it?
That is the fact.
So you telling me that PDIS la candidate cannot lead in that country?
This is it.
You telling me that GDC la leader cannot lead in the country? What you should say is this person is my choice. I want him to be the president. That's the perfect statement. Because by the regi ki rek momuna yubu Gambia. Lolo wahi hebatela. Yeah. But no, they will learn in the hard way. They will learn in the hard way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Allah baraka bake Bambas. Allah baraka. Thank you
very much, as usual.
Thank you. Bambas, good night. Baraka.
Guy, what will be 2026?
No, it can see Bambas atra ya murule na back. Ibe. No.
Yala NBB more detail I'm sorry if you have detail put that NBB. Imagine no the Siba that I know.
Yeah.
NBB Siba imagine no.
Yeah.
But mediamola do.
Ako hali UDP pa wala join ne kan.
Si baba na ko bagale ba hane Alhaji Ousainou Darboe dara baron te dara baron. Allah baraka, good night. Thank you. No political manjare sonkaling kuyala kanyo attacking among once again the program of Kumfalajang is too late here. It's absolutely very late, but luckily for me, tomorrow I'm working from home. Tomorrow I'll be working from home Friday. But Nde albe tendola Seattle Sinindin Lom. Just to remind you guys, thank you. I want to thank all the guests, all the comment members on TikTok and Facebook. So good that I altite la. Love the men for la wolo nyentiko nde man ñu la topico samana jam. Isa drame la topico samana jam. Te buka ñu la ko fon fon buka la fika do la ko to fon. Because amanjara la fon. You know, they mo opposition already but I know respect. So Allah Barakabaka, thank you so much. Seattle event is happening, and tomorrow is going to be they're going to throw out dinner reception for the delegates, and then Saturday is going to be the main event. Okay, so Allah Barakabaka for what you do. Good night, Allah Barak.
Ale fonsaje de ale fonsaje nada bosanka baluo ale fonsaje mbe useni dabo julale ma ale fonsaje juloka man la maje ale fonsaje ni aja man la maje ale fonsaje suluo simmenele da ale fonsaje useni masata alale ya mansandi ale bonsai mbaro da bodima ale bonsai mbaro da bodima ale bonsai enu mukunda da bodima ale bonsai alale bate jola ale bonsai masole bate jola ale bonsai aye gambia bondi bata kono ale bonsai maje molu bele sewota ala be nyinkela ale bonsai maso be nyinkela ale bonsai usen bodanyani dobo ale bonsai dobo gae usen ale bonsai anata kombo tumami ale bonsai londo nata kulli ale bonsai okaelo adabo